T20 game?
Well, I guess the goal is very simple for me. Whatever team requires from me, I try to achieve that. And I guess when you focus on that, what the requirement needs, the team needs a requirement from you is just stick to that small plan. And whatever you're getting your opportunity in a game, assess what the requirement or what requires the game at the moment. So I guess I just stick to these small plans, and this is why I've been getting all the success.
I've just got one last question. Do you think it's important for young players nowadays to still play the longer version if they want to have success in T20?
Of course, it's not just about whacking the ball. You still have to see the ball and middle the ball. So I guess that's when the 4-day cricket or first-class cricket or test cricket or even to some extent ODI cricket is very, very important, because you spend time in the middle as a bowler, as a batter, and that's when that really helps when you come down to play T20 cricket. So bigger version is very, very important.
So congratulations once again. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Wise words from the lips of a man with a wealth of experience over the years, and now he's getting a guard of honor from his teammates as he comes out. They're really deserving, and it's very nice to see Shoaib Malik being applauded into the ground by his teammates. I'm sure he's going to try and make this a game to remember. Lean and clean and mean. He's still looking so fit, and the supporters are anticipating that he can get his team the numbers, and oh, so good to see. And just talking to him also after that interview, such a gentleman, real character. He really enthused enthusiasm on the ground, and he lifts the spirit of players around him. Oh, ever young, evergreen. And here come the batters. Isn't that a lovely sight? The sparklers going off here at the Sheribangla Stadium in Dhaka. Evening games are always spectacular to watch. I'm sure there's going to be a good game of cricket, because the Dhaka Dominators are playing at home. They'll be hoping that they can just give the stronger opposition, at least on paper, a run for their money. It's all set for a nice game, and we hope we're going to enjoy this, and we also hope that it is going to be a tussle, a fight, because close matches are always interesting. Time to say very good evening to Sir Curtly Ambrose.
A good evening to you as well, Shamim. A lot to play for. Dhaka Dominators and the Rangpur Riders. Who is it going to be? The crowd is in their numbers. A lot to play for, Shamin, a lot to play for.
Absolutely, and it's Mohammad Mithun who's been amongst the runs. He's chipped in with a few runs in the previous game. He'll be hoping for a solid start. Now, he's been blowing hot and cold. Chomo Sharkar has got amongst the runs, but not on a regular basis. Gets into the 30s and gets out. Needs to play a longer innings to establish that initial momentum that the Dhaka Dominators require. They're settling down. Going to be Mahdi Hassan, the right arm off-break bowler from Hispania, 97 wickets so far. We're all set to go. Oh, Lapesh just wide. Well, the batter wasn't too confident with that shot. He got 4 runs. Could have been something completely different.
What a way to start. Didn't even give himself a chance to see a couple of deliveries. He went for it. He was uppish, but just a little bit wide of the fielder at mid-off.
Must have had his heart in his mouth for a while there. That's more circumspect. That's better. Sometimes the orthodox approach pays off too. Can't really start covering the ball all around the ground early on. Have a look at the wicket with the evening dew settle in. It'll change a little bit in nature from the first game.
It certainly will. What I find in the night games, the wicket seems to spice up a little bit, probably because of the dew factor. You see extra bounce, extra pace from the quick bowlers, a little bit of grip from the spinners. Seem to spice up a little bit in the night time, which happens normally with extra little dew around.
Kumar Sarkar on strike now. Oh, that went on with the arm. Big shout there. Suspect there's a bit of bat involved. I think despite that vociferous appeal, I'm surprised at times they don't go upstairs.
No, I don't think they would. But that was a dangerous offer of a stroke.
It's just a dab and run now. Kumar Sarkar didn't go up. Now, what about that bit of fielding? Superb pickup, quick release, fantastic throw. And direct throws can always be very interesting.
He's in. He's in. There's no issues there. I don't think the umpire is going to even bother to go upstairs. Good cricket all around. Good pickup, good flow. But the batsman is well in. And of course, it was pretty good cricket. It was tight, but he made up a lot of ground.
Yeah, brilliant, that balance. It was the keeper who got it in his gloves. Maybe that the director could have got him. That split second. Whoa! Why didn't the third they go up for a review? Well.
Well, what a turn of events. The umpire didn't go upstairs, Shamim. And now the umpire didn't go upstairs. I didn't see it. Now the players are converging. What's going on here?
Well, he just clearing up the miscommunication that might have happened. We didn't see a signal. A little bit of confusion. Well, he's just talking. The decision is pending now. That's very an interesting call there.
Well, he's short of his ground.
And I think the decision is going to go against the batter. Yeah, there it is. Took a bit of time, but I think the correct decision was eventually given. That deserved a wicket, that throw from the fielder.
Certainly was a brilliant piece of cricket. It was always going to be a tight single. Shamim, the fielder, and the thrower. Mohammed Mithun is gone for 5. The Dhaka 5 for 1.
Five for 1 already in a spot of bother with the early fall of the wicket of Mithun, run out by Shamim Hussain Patwari, and more pressure on the skipper. He's done a lone ranger's job for his team in the games that they've played. He really needs that support up front. Oh, swings it round. Now that's swirling in the air. It's going to be falling safe. But throwing caution to the wind so early in the innings. Very unlike Nasir Hussain.
Very, very risky. Just came in at the fall of a wicket. And to attempt a stroke could have been caught. Very, very risky. Look at that. Off the back of the bat. Went high in the air, but safe.
And waits for the turn to come back. And exciting first over completed. It's 7 for 1. Interesting changes in the Dhaka Dominators team. Salman Ishad and Usman Ghani, overseas players, making way for Arafat Sani and the right arm medium Mohor Sheikh Antur, who is playing his first game in this edition of the Ismani BPL. No changes from the Rangpur Riders. Feel comfortable with the team they have. Rangpur electing to field first after winning the toss. It's Azmatullah Omarzai. Oh, that jack back in. An appeal, but I don't think the umpire is going to be too interested in that. Just seemed to be jagging down the leg side.
It's an important game for both teams, Shamim. If the Rangpur Riders win this game, they will advance to the final 4, which means the Dhaka Dominators will be out. If the Dhaka Dominators win, it keeps the hope alive, even with a slim hope.
Nicely behind that. Good bit of fielding. Look at that. That's very, very quick reflexes.
He did enjoy that. So does his teammates. It was brilliantly done. Diving away to his left. Saved what would have certainly been a few runs.
You've got to be agile, but it was hit with a lot of pace. Did very well to get across. Seen some good feeling so far. At the moment, survival seems to be the name of the game with that unfortunate run out of Mohammad Mithun. The fielders have got their tail up.
I'm still a little bit concerned because the umpire didn't review, but then we had that replay. I'm not sure exactly what went down, but nevertheless, Mithun is no longer there. Have to do some repair work now, Nasser and Sumya.
Shoma Shakar in particular is a bit fortunate on that occasion with a little bit of a fumble. Had to happen after we're praising the fielding so curtly.
A little bit sloppy, I'll have to say. It went straight to him. And he didn't do a good enough job. Oh, that's really sloppy. That's not the way to try and field a cricket ball.
There's quiet cricket in the middle. Nasir Hussain on strike. He's promoted himself in the batting order just to negate some of the troubles they've had. More fielders on the off and umpire coming across to point, interestingly. Oh, cleaned him up. Inside edge. Omar Zai gets the inside part of Nasir's bat, just reared up on him and seemed to be in two minds and crashes onto the stumps.
Good delivery. I think the extra bounce is what did in Nasir. He was looking to work it down to third man area. Good length, look at that. Extra bounce, drag back a long way. Inside edge, onto the stumps. And he loves it. Look at the celebration. And that's another big blow. Nasir Hussain is gone for 3. The Dhaka Dominators in a spot of bother. 8 for 2.
In a whole lot of trouble, the Dhaka team. Abdullah Al Mamoon is 19 years old. His second innings, 26 runs. He will be under a whole lot of pressure. Oh, spurred him up. What a way to finish. A wicket taking over, and just a single run from it. It's 8 for 2. Disastrous start for the Dhaka Dominators. Oh, almost scrapped through. A wild hoik. Shomo Sharkar can't understand that shot at all.
I'm not so sure that's the correct way to go. You need to do some repairs. Look at that. Could have easily dragged it onto his stumps. You need to do some repair work. Not a reverse sweep. He's living dangerously, I'll have to say. This is only over number 3. You need to take your time, build an innings, build a partnership, do some repair work for your team. Why is he taking all these chances?
It's coming, boys.
Inexplicable, the approach by Shomo Sharkar here. Some sense prevailing on that occasion. And with 2 wickets down, it's a ridiculous approach to go for a across the line shot followed by a reverse, attempted a reverse. Premeditated and risky. Goes again. This time the ball was deviating down leg, maybe off the pads. Wait and see if there's a signal from the umpire. No signal, so it's a bit of bat on that.
That was the wicket for fall. And look at that, the extra bounce, and it dragged back. That was well bowled by Omar Zai, and he celebrates.
Inducing the inside part of the bat, trying to play it down the line. Gets a single to open his account, Abdullah Al Mamoon. It's been tough work for the Dhaka Dominators after being put into bat by the Rangpur Riders, who won the toss. It's a good toss to win. Here is a man under extreme duress. You can see at times he's trying to hit his way out of trouble. That is not the best way to go. Uses the depth of the crease nicely, gets a single, but another very good over. Just the 3 runs from it. After 3, it's 11 for 2. Oh, again, just throwing his bat at that one. Big appeal, and that's another one. Just look at that shot. He just hung his bat out, got a tickle, easy for the keeper to latch it up, and really can't understand Chomoshaka's approach at all.
Just as I mentioned a few moments ago, the extra pace, extra bounce. Shami, look at that. Look at the bounce. Look at the pace. Look where the keeper took it, shoulder high. It was basically a nothing shot, really. And Omazai, you can't keep him out of the game, can you? What another wicket. The Dhaka Dominators are in serious trouble here. Look at the celebration. Both arms outstretched. Look back on the umpire. Why are you waiting so long, he's probably asking. Sumiya Saka is gone for 3. The Dhaka Dominators in real crisis. 11 for 3.
Alex Blake is the new batter in. And he's got 2 slips in position, and why not? But what a wonderful performance here by Azmatullah Omarzai. Alex Blake, 137 innings for him. Good strike rate. But what he needs down to is to batten down, show some discipline, which has been lacking in the early part of the innings from the Dhaka Dominators.
And that was the wicket for falling just a couple of balls ago. It was a nothing shot, really. Didn't go for the full-blooded cut shot, just hung his bat out and paid the price.
Going back to that, the way he got out, there was no need to chase that ball. As you said, there was a lot of bounce, there was a lot of pace, the angle was taking it away from him, and he just chased it. Just cannot understand the thought process. Look, he has been in trouble earlier, then a nothing shot, as you said, and easy for the keeper. They looked around at the umpire because the umpire thought it was so obvious that didn't need to give it out straight away. It's a big click as it went past the bat. But this guy has been tremendous, very, very impressive with his pace and bounce.
Already collected 2 key wickets, only 2 runs conceded, and this is his second over.
And he gets that ball from back of the length. So what a wonderful mix. You get that short pitch delivery going away, gets a wicket, pecks back the newcomer with a back of a length ball. When you have to stand your ground, you don't really know whether to go forward or back.
What a start for the Rangpur Riders. They won the toss, Shamin, elected to bowl first. And up to this point, the decision has been justified in a big way. Down the leg side would be called a wide. Obviously, keeper didn't collect cleanly this time. Wide called. Big crowd in, Shamin. Look at that. The Dhaka Dominators, the home team, the supporters will not be too happy with where they are at the moment, but a huge crowd. Look at that.
Well, how many can you fit in Antigua at your ground? I'd like to know. There are about 25,000 here. Oh, squared him up. Almost induced an edge.
What a delivery. Omezai is really into a wonderful spell, causing all kind of problems for the Dhaka Dominators. Look at that, beautifully bowled. The capacity of the Sir Richard Stadium in Antigua, I reckon probably 15,000 maybe. The old ARG, Antigua Recreation Ground, was about 10 or 12. So I think it's about 15,000 at the Sir Richard Stadium.
And you get crowds like that end will pack crowds for good games.
Sometimes, but not in recent times. End of 4, 15 for 3.
Omezai has been a sensation. He has bowled with control. He has swung the ball around, posing a lot of problems with his nagging line of length. Off spinner, use of the feet, easy as you like, and it has gone all the way. That's a terrific hit.
Yeah, Dhaka Dominators in a heaps lot of trouble at the moment, but that is a very good shot. It is an attacking shot. It's a good use of the feet, and Alex Blake has cleared it by a distance. Surprised to see them go with only 2 overseas players, Dhaka Dominators. Usman Ghani has been in good touch. They really don't find the reason why they've opted to go ahead with only 2 overseas players. We'll have to wait and see. Well, so far it's not worked for them, for Dhaka Dominators. He'll be very happy. Nurul Hassan.
Yeah, he inserted the opposition into bat, and the bowler's reacting to his call. Always satisfying. Yeah, Mehdi has leaked runs. But this man, wow, how well he has bowled. He's been able to swing the ball in the air consistently. And got plenty of seam movement too. Misunderstanding, chance. Got back safely.
I thought he was never interested in a run, Dulal Mamoon, because it's gone through inside part of the. He was almost down there, right, shaking hands with Mamoon. He's lucky, very lucky, Blake.
Oh, he's a good player. He's showing his talent and skills. He looked a very compact batsman on his debut. And this is Pahani BPL T20 2023, powered by Minister in association with Nogor. What a hit that was, fetching the ball from outside the off stump.
Yeah, they're still not afraid to play some shots, knowing that they're already 3 down. Important to pick up the right ones. He's just 19 years of age. He's got a double 100 in first class cricket.
It's all about finding your game, and when you find that at a very young age, you got a long way to go. 13 of the over after 5, 28 for 3. Isfahani BPL T20 has been followed by sports fan cricket fans all over the world. Going with Umar Zai. I had to take few chances in order to hit the ball into the gap, and it was a good effort to hold the ball in.
Well, the last 5 games, Azmatullah Omar Zai has been sensational. 2 for 27 versus Dhaka. Good work, really good work from another young seamer who's done well, Hassan Mahmood. Very good. Excellent effort in the deep. Omar Zai picked up 3 for 17 versus Sylhet. So he's the wicket taker. He didn't start off nicely in this edition of BPL. Out of the first 5 matches, he picked 4 wickets. And then in the next 5, he's picked up 9 wickets. So it was 3 wickets earlier on and then 9 wickets. He now has 12 wickets. There you go. He's been very good. Yeah, he did not play a match against Borishal, but you can see that he's among the wickets.
Yeah, the moment he got that ball swinging and seaming off the surface, he's been very destructive. And to top it, he's been very accurate and threatening.
Yeah, ability to move the ball has shown the skill, but if you don't pitch it in the right areas, it's not going to work for you. Number of occasions he's picked up a wicket by going through the defenses and hitting the stumps. And he can also do that. That's a poor one because it was pace, it had the bounce, but it gone over the keeper's head. It'll be a wide and it's going to be costly because it's 4.
Yeah, he bowled it very short, didn't he? And this pitch is offering a lot of bounce to the fast bowlers. And became very hard for the wicket keeper. Not happy, the captain Sohan. In his opinion, there was no need to bowl a bouncer. Very well organised. Mamoon. He moves well too. Plays the ball late.
Yeah, he's an opener. He opened that in that innings for Rangpur division when he smashed 210, an unbeaten 210 while opening the batting. Played 364 deliveries, 16 fours and 13 sixes in that innings from the youngster.
Yeah, we saw one in the previous over against the off-spinner Mehdi. And this is good. He plays the ball late. Watches the ball hitting his bat.
He looks composed, doesn't he, when he plays those defensive shots from the front foot or the back foot. The current rate is under 7 runs in an over. They need a partnership. They need this partnership to go. And add a few more here.
Now once again playing the ball late, placing it into the gap. Single to finish the over and the power play. Score is 41 for 3. Aerial view of Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium, Mirpur, Dhaka. Here's the signal. Power plays is done. Hasn't been a great power play for Dhaka Dominators on a pitch which is offering consistent pace and bounce, and you lose wickets with just 11 runs on the board. And now another challenge for these batters. Haris Rauf.
Yeah, it has been a decent recovery, Amir, from this pair of Abdul Al-Mamoon and Alex Blake, because after the fall of the third wicket, which was scored at 11, they've added 30. Now these are the wickets. It's a great piece of fielding from Shamim Hussain Patwari, lightning fast in the field and the direct hit. And then Nasir Hussain chopping one in, beaten by pace and the swing from Umar. That's a loose shot. That is a poor shot from Chumar Sarkar.
Facing Omar Zai as a batter, you need to move your feet. You need to get behind the line of the ball in order to place it. And the gaps wasn't the case. And how many times we have seen in this PPL Omar Zai going through the defenses of the batsmen, and good batsmen. Opened the face at the last moment to hand the strike to his partner Blake. Yeah, already is generating a lot of pace. Haris Rauf steaming in, getting the ball to zip through, bowling with vigour.
Yeah, he's been a touch disappointing. Last match against the same opposition, he went for 49, did not pick a wicket. Before that against strikers, 1 for 19, pretty economical. Very good against Chattogram, 3 for 17. But the seamers that they have bowled so far in this edition of BPL, they've been quite successful in taking wickets. So he'll be touch disappointed not to be among the wickets to get into that most wicket chart that we saw earlier. Because once you have a team on the back foot, then you would want someone like Haris Rauf to come in and then finish off. He bowls it very, very quickly. Last delivery was 148 Ks. Change of angles to the left-hander coming round the wicket.
Oh, that's a good grab by the wicketkeeper. He's asking questions. He thought there was an involvement of the bat, but now he's saying there is no need to refer that. You're talking about Haris Rauf. He's been very accurate and threatening with his first spell, but he has struggled to bowl in the depth of the innings. So I think the umpire, beg your pardon, the captain has to think otherwise. Maybe use his 4 overs on the trot. Oh, nicked it. Nicked it. They are convinced. Wicketkeeper and Haris Rauf. Is he going to refer it?
No,
I don't think so.
After 7, 43 for 3. Yeah, have a look at those most wickets the list. Out of the 5, 4 are seamers. So the point that I was trying to make, Amir, is that Haris Rauf has a very good reputation among the wickets. He can really hurt the opposition, especially with those deadly Yorkers, but you don't find his name up there. That's the reason why I feel that maybe he's a touch disappointed. 13 wickets apiece for Mohammad Amir and Wahab Riaz from Pakistan, Mashrafi Murtaza and Umar Zai, plus Nasir Hussain, who's a spinner, has picked up 12 wickets.
Yeah, for me, the reason why he has relied on those seam-up deliveries. Didn't see so many variations from Haris Rauf. Oh, was in the air. I would like to see Haris Rauf taking the pace off at times. Yeah, playing away from the body with the open face of the bat, meeting the ball early. Very lucky the ball didn't go straight to the fielder, which was nicely situated.
Yeah, Hassan Mahmood in the attack, he's not far behind. He's picked up 11 wickets. So if he picks up a couple of wickets, he gets into the list of most wickets in this BPL. Little bit wide, thrashed away, one bounce to the fence. Gets an opportunity to pick up a boundary.
Yeah, as a batsman, you're backing away from the stumps and you get that kind of a delivery, you're bound to get some runs. And he got 4. Sliced the ball off the face of the bat, bisected the fielders on the offside. Is gone. He tempted his fate quite a few times. This time around, he's been dismissed. A soft dismissal. He was trying to play the similar stroke, but this time around, the length was dragged by the bowler. Extra bounce. That's why the batsman couldn't control the stroke.
Yeah, he hardly makes any mistake. Shamim Hussain Patwari, very good in the field, and Hassan Mahmood with that wicket picks up 12 wickets in this edition of BPL. Yeah, he'll be disappointed, but looked like he had the start. Gone for 18 of just 11. Dominators, 49 for 4.
Ariful Haq has got a job to do. As high as 59. And it's not going to be easy. The ball is responding to the bowlers. A bit of extra bounce was the reason of batsman's downfall.
They were just looking to hit it over the top of the infield. Doesn't get the elevation. Involved in a run out. Now he's taken a catch. Off the mark with a quick single. Needed a direct hit. Shoaib Malik, the fielder. They'll come back for the second.
Yeah, it's indicative of the fact how difficult is run scoring. For a single, as a batsman, you have to take few chances. The umpire is going to check. Whether the batsman made his ground or not.
Give me your best angle, please. I'm satisfied. Batsman is not out, not out.
Right, no surprises to go along with not out. Well, I just think there might be a change of bails. But while they are discussing the change of bails, I think there's something that needs to be brought up here is players can't have an influence the way they are at the moment with umpires. Is that umpires are giving things not out and players are asking them to go upstairs. They have reviews, and once those reviews are gone, they're gone. But to try and convince the interaction between players and umpires is too much. It's too much. It needs to stop. 51 for 4 after 8 overs. Rangpur are in control at this moment in time.
Yeah, it's about controlling the game. The umpire's word is obviously law and final. And the umpire should be able to stand up and just stand his ground and carry on. Well, if players could come and persuade an umpire, force him to do something that is out of the ordinary or against the run of play, then there is something wrong. That sometimes questions the controllable factor, or the beg your pardon, the controlling factor of the umpire.
We'll continue like this. I know it's like it.
Well, 4 wickets have gone down already inside 8 overs. There was some indifferent running, but I tell you what, this is a wonderful bit of fielding. It really is. It's not a direct hit, but it is right next to the stumps. Good delivery, pace, nip back, and that's a massive wicket. This fella has swung the ball back into right-handers. Or was I? They weren't done yet. Loose, easy catch for Nurul Hassan. Good running.
It's been an impressive display of fast bowling by Omasai. He's bowled with good pace, as you said. Bounce, movement back into the right-handers particularly. He's just amazed me with the amount of movement he tends to get off the surface. Yes, it's a newish ball, but he still swings it a lot at pace. The one that dismissed Nazir Hussain was a really good delivery. That swung back and bounced a lot on it. It was done for pace and movement.
Deep third is very fine. You know, Dhaka seem to be having one of those indifferent evenings, and their big run getter, Nazir Hussain, the captain, is out, and their next biggest run getter didn't even make the starting 11. Usman Ghani left out, which is a big surprise because he's played that anchor role for them. Others have tried to bat around him. I mean, Sumya Sharka has had no form whatsoever to speak of. He's got 1/2 century. I'm very surprised that Usman Ghani's been left out tonight.
Couple of runs. The Dhaka has had their problems for sure. They have struggled to get their combination right. Yeah, your point about Usman Ghani is a surprise. And Sumusaka, he's disappointed me. He's disappointed, I think, lots of his fans. He's never really live this promise. I've always thought that he was a player with potential, somebody who can win you games. Upright left-hander, bowls medium pace, good fielder. Fortunate not being able to deliver at this level.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem for T20 and in particularly these leagues around the world is that if you enter the tournament and you don't get runs early on, it can be a long tournament for you because it's so tough to find form when games are coming so thick and fast and you're expected to play at such a, high risk type of game.
Oh yeah, that's a challenge. And as you said, there's very little time to recover either. You just keep playing and playing. And sometimes batters need a little bit of breathing space. We've seen players sometimes when they don't just make that grade and score those runs, they just need a little bit of breathing space. Sometimes they take a step back, they just move out to the side. They work on wherever the requirement is, but yeah, this is so quick, so little time. And either you're in it or out of it, you sink or swim. It's a really tough call. Chumusaka has been going through one of those patches. He's really had no time to recover.
Right, he's around the wicket for this final delivery. Neatly played. But that'll just be a single. It'll bring an end to the 9th over. 56 for 4, the Dhaka Dominators. It's time to have a little rethink. It's time for a chat, a strategic timeout. Lots of work for the Dhaka Dominators. They're in a spot of bother here at 56 for 4 after 9. And the Ispahani BPL T20 for 2023, powered by Minister in association with Nogod. Ormazai good again, 2 for 18. Harris Ralphs bowled with pace, 0 for 7. Good crowd in here for the night game. wisely sent back. Ispahani. You're a big fan, Roshan, I know you are. It's one of the most trusted business houses in Bangladesh. A heritage brand renowned for producing high-quality tea and food products. Yeah, we say that they're in a spot of bother at 56 for 4, but it was at this very venue where they only managed just over 100 and defended it in a night game as well. So maybe, just maybe, the surface plays a little differently at night.
And also for youngsters like Mamoon, who's thought of very highly, comes in with a lot of promise and potential to stand up here and to show the maturity, show the capability that he has. You know, he's got a double 100 at first class cricket in quick time, someone who can score runs quickly. This is the time for young cricketers to really showcase their talent. We've seen lots of young batters coming through in this BPL.
Big appeal, but the captain flying down the leg side is probably an indication of where that ball is going. Nurul Hassan, the wicket-keeper, was, what, a metre and a half down leg? He's already said no, not interested.
Hassan, I thought, was interested. He was going to the captain, but you're right. The wicket-keeper was moving just a little bit down the leg side, which is an indicator that the ball was sliding there. But it was pitched up to the naked eye, possibly, to the bowler. Looked a good shout, but this way it's clearly swinging down the leg side and hitting almost outside that boot or pad. There is no question of that hitting the stumps.
I think sometimes bowlers, in their follow through, you know, there's a lot of work that goes on with the bowling crease. They let the ball go, and then as they start to drift off the side of the playing surface, they see the ball strike the pad, and they're at a tricky angle now to say whether the ball's going to hit the stumps or not. And that's why when captains review LBWs, they do it in consultation with a couple of people, not just the bowler. They look at square leg or point and ask about height. Let's drift down the leg side again. Or the captain, if he's not the wicket-keeper, will ask the wicket-keeper, right, where did that hit him? Is that going on to hit the stump? So it's a skill in itself now, the review.
Indeed, I think when it was first introduced, lots of captains struggled. I remember there was one series when Sri Lanka played India. Indian captain got almost everything wrong. Mahala Javadan was so smart that series.
It's deep third, that'll be a single, and we'll end the 10th over, just 5 from it, 61 for 4. They'll hope for a lot more than the current rate. 122 shouldn't be enough. Nice, beautiful placement.
Short and wide, just what they wanted. There was so much of pressure building, and they needed some release. A boundary after 15 balls. It's not just the boundary, but it was the pressure that was building. The dots and not being able to penetrate the field. That time just playing it a little bit late. Interesting seam rotation. You would think that he's looking to undercut it, the way he has released it.
It's similar to what Shakib does to right-hand batters. That Mehedi comes around the wicket to the left-handers and tries to slide the ball back into the stumps. What appears to be short and wide and easy to cut ends up sliding back in and hitting you on off stump. So tricky, a little bit different here for Mehedi against the right-hander. Just the one fielder inside the 30-yard circle, and that's the man at 45.
not getting anything off the surface. There is no real turn available. But you could also see Mehdi looking to fire the ball in rather than really look for spin. As you said, he's looking for the slider. That would have been the reason why he was looking to start outside the off stump to the left-hander, which didn't slide back but instead went straight through.
There's a big shot. There's a big shot and given. And given. Immediately it's reviewed by Mamun. So we'll go upstairs, but it looked like a very, very good shot.
Out. Front foot please. It's fair delivery. Move on to front on vision please. Very close to bat. Can you zoom it when ball past the bat? One frame back. One frame back. Go. Split skin please. Mat please. I am satisfied. No bat and ball. Mat please. Pitching outside of impact in line. Yeah. Front on vision one more time please. Slowly, slowly. I stay. I will go to Pragit. Pragit, you stay your original decision.
Right, so it's been given out. Been given out. Reviewed, and the review is lost.
Well, I'll tell you, to the naked eye, it looked very good. As you did see those replays, sometimes you wondered that it was sliding down the leg side. Out for 23, 67 for 5.
So Mukhtar is the new man after the loss of the 5th wicket. A review that was lost as the umpire's decision was upheld. Oh, that's good work. He's a very, very smart wicketkeeper, this man. If you lift your foot for a split second, you might as well make your way back to the clubhouse. He is that good.
Front foot please. It's fair delivery. Give me side angle please. Slowly, 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 slowly. Can you zoom it when wicketkeeper puts bells off? I'm satisfied. Batsman is not out. Not out.
So that'll be not out. He did well to get his foot back. I tell you what, Nurul Hassan is a very, very good wicketkeeper standing up. Very impressive. I haven't seen him make a mistake in the 4 or 5 weeks that we've been here. Nice quick single. But a successful over for the Rangpur Riders comes to an end. 68 for 5. Shoreful and Hamza, Sunny Mahor, that's a long tail. Amir Hamza walking in at number 9. That's the longish tail. There's Robbie Hall.
Come on.
This LBW that was given out. Now, yes, we can argue as much as we want about whether it's a missing leg or not. The fact is the batter didn't hit it. And he reviewed it immediately, and this is what we were talking about a little bit earlier about the difficulties of reviewing now. He did not even consult the other batter. And that's a little bit naughty, because you've only got 2 of them, and now they've only got 1.
The only justification is that being a frontline batter, the last available frontline batter, so he just took a chance. That could be the only justification. But yes, you're right. If there was an inside edge, then then that review could be justified. But yeah, you're right. Always good to have some kind of consultation just to find out, just in case. These players make some funny decisions. Spur of the moment.
Oh no, full toss from Rakibul, given the treatment. Maybe, just maybe, this is what the Dhaka Dominators needed. They're going to have a little look to see about the height again. We are going upstairs virtually every delivery now. This is just to see the height. We will look at the front foot first, then we'll look at the height to see if it's above waist high or whether there is going to be a no ball free hit. Ball has to be above waist height while he's in a standing position for that to be a no ball on height. Now that ball is going to surely be below waist high unless there's different pictures. No, 6 is the call. 12 overs gone, 74 for 5.
Mohammad Nawaz in from the Isfahani end.
No, 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 no.
Well, the Dhaka Dominators are dominated. The Rangpur Riders are taking them on a ride here at the Mirpur Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium. And yes, here's the 6. A rare foot toss from Rakibul and got the treatment. 5 dot balls and they got that, a gift.
No.
Good bowling from Nawaz. 2 left-arm spinners from both ends operating for the Rangpur Riders. Trying to keep it tight. Going for a big one again. Opportunity and taken. Good catch. Rakibul, this time the fielder. And this is the 6th wicket for Dhaka Dominators. A very good evening to Sir Curdley Ambrose.
Good evening, Shamanoy. Well, what a way to get into the commentator's chair. What a catch. That was brilliant. The ball was dying on him. Rakibul, he had to dive forward, which isn't the easiest thing to do, and took it quite cleanly in the end. What a big wicket. What a good catch. Mukhtar Ali is gone for 7. The Dhaka Dominators really struggling. 75 for 6.
Appeal again, big appeal. Given. Back-to-back wickets for Nawaz. And Rangpur Riders, aren't they on a ride or what?
What a disaster. What a poor attempt of a stroke. First ball you faced.
Taking the review. First things first, yes, a legitimate delivery from Nawaz.
One frame back, and slowly. 1 frame back. Yeah, go, keep going. Freeze it. Keep going. Freeze it. Yeah. Show me zoom, please. When ball pass the bat. Can you zoom it when ball pass the bat?
It is zoomed, sir.
Split screen, please. Rock and roll. Yeah. Freeze it. Yeah. No bat involved. Mat, please. Pitching outside off. pitching to rock and roll, pitching to impact. One frame back. Pitching to impact, rock and roll. Slowly. Freeze it. Freeze it. Freeze it. Yeah. Pragit, you revised your decision.
Good decision. Good decision. Yeah, it seemed to have going past the leg stump. Above the knee roll it was as well, Curtly.
Yes, and he was standing tall. You know, you can't fault the umpire too much. He doesn't have the benefit of his plays like we do. We could see it a million times. It's never an easy job being an umpire. You got to make a decision in real time. But good decision in the end from the third umpire.
That's a good delivery to end the over. A wicket and just a single from it. Dhaka 75 for 6. Down the wicket, hit and a miss. Left armers operating, but over to Pamela in the ground.
I have with me the chief patron of Rangpur Riders, Shafan Shobhan, and it's such a pleasure to have you here with me. Hello. Rangpur Riders has come back after 3 years. How has the journey been so far?
The journey so far has been good. We are expecting to bring Rangpur Riders back to the glory days and bring BPL back to its glory days, and so far it's been good journey. We're enjoying it, our team is enjoying, we're a very new team again, so far alhamdulillah, good.
As you said, new team, you have a lot of young players who will be probably playing for the national side in the future, a lot of young talent. So how are you looking at that bit of the tournament?
That is the main aim, that we want to take the young talents in with us, and as you know, Boshundara Group as a family, we are very sports enthusiastic family for sports. So we are looking forward to train them, to teach them, and also learn from them as well.
So your team, Rangpur Riders, is the only team which is practicing in their home ground, as you have your own, ground. How is that affecting the team in the positive way?
So far, I think my team loves it, and we are also very happy that we have our own ground. We are the only team in Bangladesh, Premier League team, that has our own cricket ground, and with a stadium which is coming up with 20,000 people capacity, and a full facility of net practicing. Anything you can talk about on sports, we will have. Is over 300 acres of bighas of land. So so far, when I asked my team players, how do you feel? They said it was fantastic feeling for them. It's never been done before.
Thank you so much for talking to us. All the best. Hope you have your glory days back. Back to you guys.
A rare boundary and a couple of singles. 6 of the over, 81 for 6.
Azmadul Omarzai 2 for 18. Haris Rauf just the 2 overs, but only gone for 7. Look at that economy rate. They've actually complemented each other. Omarzai back into the attack. Sakartli, it's an honor to sit beside you, and I don't want to give out on the opportunity. We often talk about batting partnership, right? The importance of bowling partnership. We discuss how batters think of taking a single and give the strike to the partnering batsman. But how often did you do it? Maybe while you were bowling with Courtney Walsh.
Bowling partnership is just as important as batting partnership. Once you mention partnership, everyone quickly thinks batting, which is important, but the bowling partnership is so important as well. Why? Because if one bowler is bowling very well, not giving anything away, keeping it nice and tight, and if from the other end, the other bowler bowling crap, giving away runs, there's no pressure built. So it's so important for both bowlers in tandem to keep the pressure on, try to get wickets if possible. So bowling partnership is just as important as batting partnership.
Absolutely. They want to finish it off, the Rangpur Riders, with the nail in the coffin, and that is why Azmadul Omarzai has been brought back into the attack. Brilliant figures of 2 for 20. He's been the only one swinging the ball. Playing a miss.
Certainly is bowling well, Omarzai. From the very start of his first spell, where he ripped out a couple of quick wickets. Now he's back for his second spell. Slow delivery that time. Still continue to bowl well. And the reason he's been brought back is to try and get another wicket. Looking to wrap up this innings if they can.
On the pads, tucked away, looking for a couple. They think they're going to come back for it. A run-out opportunity. Chauhan throws it to the stumps. Think he made it.
Good effort. Good cricket all around. And even though the Dhaka Dominators are really struggling, they're trying to eke out as many runs as possible, which is good. Well, we can tell who they're supporting.
No run there. 4 of the over. Dhaka Dominators 85 for 6. Going at 5.6 will get them to 113. Dhaka Dominators change in the bowling attack. Hassan Mahmood being introduced from the Minister end, and he is also another person who's really bowled well in this Ispahani BPL T20 2023, powered by Minister in association with Nogut. 3 for 12 against Sylhet Strikers, 3 for 20 versus Kumilla Victorians, and a couple of twofers as well, and shows the importance of the bowling partnership.
Very, very important. Sustained pressure from both ends will always cause problem for the batsmen, which means there's no way to turn. If one end is being very tight and the other end is not that tight, one's given away, batsmen will feel a little bit more relaxed. But when you have sustained pressure from both ends, where are you going to go? You have to try and find a way to score.
Spot on, spot on. Noticed Nur Hasan Chauhan opting for Sheikh Mahdi, and Omarzai opening the bowling attack, particularly clicked for them from the Sylhet phase. Lower full toss, nicely flicked away. Will be looking for a couple. Have to be fast, make it.
Very good running. Running has been very good. Runs are hard to come by, so they're pushing for every single one possible. That was good running. Very good. A little cheeky from the wicket keeper.
Just have to bring it up again. And Dhaka Dominators, they have done it in match 24 and the same ground in Mirpur, defending 108. Good shot, classy shot. Straight back past the bowler, 4 runs.
Probably trying for the Yorker. Hassan ended up being a low full toss, and that was hit superbly down the ground, as straight as they come. The fielder at long off and long on had no chance whatsoever. Look at that. Brilliant.
The mid-off was inside the circle, now been transferred into the boundary. Both long on and long off now for him. Just got a feeling they're gonna tap on the gas now. Arif will be the aggressor, 20 of 20, and rightly so. This time right on the money.
A bit of hesitation. Oh, a direct hit would have been a goner. A bit of indecision this time, and he knows it, but they missed. That would have been a disaster. Beautifully bowled. Yes, no, yes, no, and that sometimes caused the downfall. Indecision, not even in the frame, would have been a goner.
Still an expensive over, 10 off it already. Again, right in the block hole. That's well bowled by Hassan Mahmood. 11 of the over after 16. Dhaka Dominators are 96 for 6. And yes, it is time for the strategic timeout.
Well, Rangpur's decision to bowl first looks as though it's been a good one, as the Dhaka Dominators at the moment 96 for 6. Just a reminder that they have defended a very, very low total in this campaign already. They got just over 100 and they ended up winning by about 20 runs. So they're used to defending low totals, but they've got 4 overs here to try and get a few more. Araful is 23 not out. Araful has survived an LBW shot. He's 5. Here's Ralph. And that is lofted over square leg for 6.
That has been the problem with Haris Rauf. When he's asked to bowl in the fag end of the innings, he keeps on ill-directing the ball. He keeps on bowling those deliveries on the pads, and the batsmen have gained a lot against him.
Oh my goodness, he would have hit the cover off that ball. That's how hard he swung at that.
A better line this time around from Haris Sohail. He just flailed the bat without any purpose. Didn't pick the line. Yeah, but it has become a familiar sight, hasn't it? Dhaka Dominators struggling. Once again, batters lacked consistency.
That'll be a wide. Bit indifferent here from the Pakistan fast man. Yeah, it's they haven't batted well at all. They really haven't. I mean, that total that they defended the other day here at this venue, they did have Tuscan in their side. They don't have him here today. He's still nursing that injury, and he produced a match-winning performance that night. And you're just asking your bowlers to do it over and over again, try and defend low totals. It's asking a lot. That's beautifully bowled.
Having a word with the batter. Don't think about hitting the ball towards mid-wicket. That was a slow delivery. Hasn't bowled those frequently in this PPL, Haris Rauf.
Well, they've been on their game, the Riders. In the outfield, in the inner ring. They want to finish things off now. Chance in the deep. Chance in the deep. And taken. Well held. Well judged.
And Haris Rauf picks up a wicket here with a slow delivery. For the second time in this over, he took up the pace, posing a bit of problem for the batter, and this time around had the batsman hitting the ball in the air, and the fielder was placed for this kind of a stroke, and he made no mistake, took it comfortably, and his vigil came to an end. Scored 29 from 26 out of full Haq, and now it's 103 for 7.
Hamza Hotta. Oh. Looking for that front pad. Searching for that front badge. Well judged catch this in the deep.
And the bottom hand came off the bat. And that's why there was not much force behind that stroke to clear that fielder. And that was first wicket for Haris Rauf in this outing.
dot to in the 17th, 104 for 7. Well, the problem is 7 wickets down. I was about to say that 10 and over, 134, that's something that they can try and defend. But to get 10 and over with just 3 wickets in hand, that's not going to be easy.
Yeah, the way Ariful Haq was batting, there was a chance for them to get there. Well, since he's dismissed, the chances are slim now. Impressive turnout here at Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium, Dhaka. Beaten. Yeah, Hassan has impressed many. He has bowled with a big heart in this Isfahani BPL T20 2023, powered by Minister in association with Nogad.
Trouble. A direct hit would have been very, very close. And Hamza called immediately and wanted that run. I think the umpire is just having a word with him and saying, look, you can't run down the one side of the wicket and then cross over halfway down.
Yeah, pushed at the ball and it was out of the block very quickly. Yeah, needed a direct hit. Bat was in the air.
Direct hit would have been gone. Who wants it? Who wants it? Someone in the crowd does, because that's all the way.
Yeah, the moment we saw the ball had a contact with the bat, we all thought it's going to go to a fielder. But he had enough force behind that stroke to take it over the boundary ropes. That's a welcome boundary.
Even Long On was circling. Long On went running across thinking, I'm in the game here. But he had enough. Right, 7 off the over. They're going to keep swinging. They're going to keep swinging. They need to keep swinging.
Have they got any other option, HD? They have to look for some quick runs. They need to find boundaries. Wasn't that delivery in the slot? Could have hit that one through covers, but took the wrong option.
Oh no, bit of a mess. It's given out. It hasn't even gone upstairs, but Shoriful's hit that to extra cover, and Hamza has waited and then eventually said, no, where are you going?
Since it was the last ball of this over, he just wanted strike, and that's why he didn't respond to his partner's call, who was furious after getting run out. What were you thinking? Should have run for that one. Shariful Islam walking back after 11. It's 1-1-1 for 8.
Sunny at the non-strikers end now. Arafat Sunny, they 8 down. Harris Ralph will have his tail up here. He's got a wicket. He's got his final over here. And he'll want to finish this. He'll think, I've got 6 deliveries. Surely I can knock over these last 2. Here he comes. He's searching for the wickets, aren't he? Searching for the Yorker.
Now, whenever he's looking to bowl seam up, goes wide of the crease. Yeah, that's how. And the last wicket was picked. He struck the ball. And usually, when you're batting the fag end of the innings, you run for everything. Yeah, Amir Hamza wasn't interested. Yeah, once again. You know, if you keep a close eye on his wrist, Haris Rauf's, it's directed towards fine leg. And when, as a fast bowler, you're looking to bowl wide of the crease and your wrist is pointing towards fine leg, you're bound to bowl wide deliveries. I'm sure his coach is going to have a word with him, and he will guide him how to address this problem.
And the last thing you want to be doing is thinking too much against someone like Hamza. You don't want to be thinking, well, I need to bowl a Yorker. You just run in and you try and find your captain's right hand behind the stumps. Nurul Hassan, you say, right, I'm going to run in and hit the wicketkeeper. If you want to drive at a length ball of mine and you hit me for 4, well, good luck. You probably shouldn't be batting at 10 if you do.
That was better. Line was good, length was good, and his fingers were pointing towards the wicketkeeper. Yeah, he has to keep on reminding himself, Haris Rauf, as a bowler, what needs to be done to keep on pitching the ball on or about the off stump.
Hits and runs there. He wants off strike there.
And the batsman who got run out, Charufal. Oh, what was wrong when I called for a single? Why didn't he run?
Arafat Sunny is on strike, and Ralph will come around the wicket. Just the one man on the leg side saving one, and it's going to be mid-wicket as fine leg drops down. He's bowling quickly, just got to get his radar right. Nicely bowled.
Thinking and execution with that delivery was spot on, and bowled that Yorker with searing pace, 150 kilometers per hour, and Arafat Sunny did well.
Oh, we've got one more delivery left of this over. It's gone for 3, and of those runs, 2 of them have been wides. This is petering out, this innings. One stage it looked as though they might meander their way to 130. They're going to be lucky to get to 120. They need to find a boundary in these last 7 deliveries. I keep saying this with the intention of it being that it's not enough, but as I mentioned before, they have defended something as low as this. And that'll just be a single. Shoaib Malik will do the fielding. 19th will be concluded. 115 for 8. It's been a nice evening out for the bowlers. All in the wickets except for Rangpur, but he will have his opportunity with the final over. And he'll bowl his left arm spinners to a left-hander. That should be called a wide, but Nurul Hassan has gone upstairs and he feels as though he's got a little bit of bat on it. So we're going to have a look upstairs.
Yeah, he was absolutely certain.
Behind, original decision is not out. Front foot, please. Fair delivery. Move on to front on vision, please. Skin, please. Slowly, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it. One frame back, one frame back, one frame back. Go forward, go forward. Yeah, yeah, yeah. More forward, more. Yeah. Can you zoom it when ball pass the gloves? Go back, one frame back. Yeah. Zoom it, please. Yeah. When pass the bat and zoom it. Yeah. Slowly. Okay. I'm satisfied. So Elbai, you stay your original decision.
So, wide will be called. Nurul Hassan was absolutely convinced. There was a little noise, but such a difficult decision to overturn. Such a tough decision to overturn. And we will move on. And Sunny will have another swing at the left-handed Rangpur. Swing he does, but he just gets one.
Now the left arm spinner bowling the last over, feeling the pressure. So opted to ball seam up deliveries rather than look to spin the ball.
Seam up sliding into the right-hander. Sure, Hamza will also be looking to swing away towards that leg side. Oh, he goes down the ground and got all of it. That's a lovely shot by Hamza.
Yeah, he's been penalised for darting the ball into the batsman. He tried to drag the length back and that worked in the favour of the batsman. That's a good strike.
Yeah, Rangpur feels as though he should have been a little bit wider. Goes over extra cover. That's another lovely stroke. That's 10 off 2. This might just be the over they've been looking for. Yeah, the Dhaka Dominators.
Yeah, he has conceded already 12 runs. You could see the annoyance on captain's face. Why are you offering so much pace to the batsman? Try and flight the ball.
Under a little bit of pressure now. This one is slower. And it's dragged across to the leg side. It'll just be a single. Much slower.
Yeah, you're talking about 130 runs. They got very close. 128 on the board now. These were good hits from the middle of the bat, and plays them well too. The strike has been handed to Amir Hamza Hutak.
Right, final delivery of these 20 overs. 129 for 8. Very, very good over this. 14 from it. Ruckable's figures have been spoilt a little bit here. No, they won't get a boundary. They'll run hard. They'll only get a single. They'll only get a single, and they'll end on 130 for 8. They haven't been bowled out. That's a good last over for the Dhaka Dominators. 15 from it.
Yeah, they managed to put something on the board. 130 runs. And they have to look for wickets, early wickets, to make a match of it. Contribution of 15 from Amir Hamza. Managed to pick up 12 runs of his bat in the last over, but Azmatullah Omarzai was brilliant with a new ball once again.
I think Nurul Hassan would have taken this at the start when he sent the Dhaka Dominators into bat, because they were in a heap of trouble early on, and then Mamoon got a start, Blake got a start, Araful got a start, but it was the end from Hamza that propelled them to that 130.
No notable partnership there, and that was the main reason for their struggle in this innings. Ended up scoring only 130 from their allotted 20 overs.
A night for the bowlers. Mahedi 1 for 30, Ormazai good again, 2 for 22. No wickets for Ruckable, his final over going for 15. So the Dhaka Dominators, if they want to stay in this tournament, they need to defend that. The Rangpur Riders will ensure their progress to the top 4 if they chase down 131. We're off to a break. When we come back, that chase.
All the heat from the KFC Big Bash League is on your home of champions. It's all on the line for the final on Saturday, February 4. Watch it on SportsMax.
Hi, I'm Samuel Chukwueze. Watch the Liga on SportsMax.
Asier y Aramendi. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
You're never far from home when you're watching Scene TV. We bring the Caribbean to you. And now it's even easier to stay up to date on all things Caribbean when you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The latest action in sports, the biggest news stories in the region, and all the excitement in the world of entertainment. So join our community today. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and click the notification bell to stay informed. Scene TV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
And that's curled home beautifully.
Catch the EFL Sky Bet Championship all season long on the home of champions.
Here he's not.
I know he's thinking, hey,
Looney's escapades.
Exactly. He's thinking, hey, my center has a wing on him.
Derek Jones will get down the lane, and then he'll high rise. Two defenders stayed with the ball handler. If you're going to defend it like that, you got to get the weak side over. That time you did need the weak side to come over.
Hit in screen like the Warriors like to said for Levine.
Look at the weak side. Actually, Looney got over there. He just kind of overran it. And the Dominique double pump. How many Dominique double pumps have we seen lately?
Strike that put Real Sociedad 1-0 up. They led by 2 when Silva found Kubo, and he found something special. A memorable goal and celebration from the 21-year-old. An exquisite touch through the legs of Danny Vivian. Silva had one possession, then played the pass. And after the nutmeg, the finish.
Dominators and the Rangpur Riders, and it's the Ispani BPL T20 powered by Minister in association with Nagod, and we're live from the Chedabangla National Cricket Stadium in Mirpur. Well, the Dhaka Dominators have not really been able to put up too many numbers there. The highest score by Ariful, 29 of 26, little innings of 23 from Mamoon, but nothing to write home about. They'll be reasonably pleased eventually, ending up at 130 for 8. Well, the bowlers have really impressed. 2 for 22 for Omazai at a very good economy rate. 1 for 30 for Mahdi. 1 each for Rauf, Hassan and Nawaz. Have a look at what transpired in the innings. They came in and were in trouble very early on. It was a good shot down the wicket, but despite that was good fielding. Terrific throw. Caught the batter short, and that was the first wicket down. Nasser Hussain elevated himself in the batting order, chopped one on. Chomma Shorka didn't have to play that shot away from his body, and a good take behind.
Alex Blake came and played some lovely looking shots down the ground. Then the youngster Abdullah Al-Mamoon, those two left-hands went their merry way, but then that was Afish, and a very good catch off the bowling of Hassan Mahmood, Shamim Patwari. Some lovely cut shot from the youngster. He does look a very good player. Before he would just let the 4 wicket on that occasion. He did take the review, but it went against him.
Well, they carried on, but there were wickets on regular intervals. That was nice little take, jumping forward, Rokibul, use of the feet, driving down the ground. There were a few boundaries, but not enough. The full toss was also put away with a lot of class. And that big one, not too many of those sixes, unfortunately. An awkward height, that ball came in, and it was easy to take it in the deep. Shamim Hussain Patwari has been very good taking the catches and getting the run out. Bit of a slice. And went really high up, steepler. Some power at the end by Hamza and Sunny, and that one chance for the run out, and immediately given by the umpire. Some lusty hitting right at the end. 15 of the last over helped the cause of the Dhaka team in taking the total up to 130 for 8. Well, that's what they need, the Rangpur Riders. 131 runs from the 120 balls at a run rate of 6.55 runs and over. See the umpires just striding in, Qazi Sohail and Prakit Rambukwala, and springing their steps for the batter as they come in through those sparklers.
The Dhaka Dominators have once managed to defend a total of 108. That was against Premier Bank Khulna Tigers. They defended a total of 108, bowling out Khulna for 84. But the man who did the most damage, was Taskin Ahmed, was the player of the match when he picked up 4 for 9. He's not in the 11 tonight, so they have a job on their hands. Rangpur Riders, the bowlers will be very pleased to see that they have gone on to restrict Dhaka Dominators for 130. That last over, you mentioned the 15 runs in that last over, otherwise it would have been even poor. Some very good hitting from Amir Hamza Hotak ensured to take those 15 runs and to get that total to 130.
Well, as they say, runs on the board, you never know. This funny old game, as you mentioned, that they defended 108 at one point. It's not that they're going to repeat it every day. The work will be cut out for the Dhaka Dominator bowlers, and they need early breakthroughs. They need to get amongst the wickets as quickly as possible, restrict the Rangpur Riders to a low power play, and exert some pressure so they can try and defend this middling total. A lovely evening once again here at the Shedabangla National Stadium. The crowd has been pretty good all day long, and being a Friday, some of them have decided to go back home, but they might be missing some action in the middle now.
Yeah, what is in favor of Rangpur Riders is that the last 3 matches they've won on the trot. Mohammad Naeem Sheikh will be opening the batting. Those are his numbers. Win against Dhaka, that was the last match. They won by 5 wickets, chasing 140 plus. So this is even a lesser target for them. With him is Ronnie Talukdar. He's been in good touch. He's got some very quick fire 50s. It's a pretty decent strike rate of 124, and they'll be hoping this right-hand left-hand combination will give them the right kind of start.
Well, the bowlers will have a lot of thinking to do in terms of control. Shariful Islam can generate a bit of pace. I think more than that, he'll have to depend on his accuracy and the variations. 92 wickets so far. Impressive T20 career for him. Economy could do with a little bit of improvement. And that is what they'll be striving for, in addition to getting the wickets. Here we go. It's a pretty good delivery first up. That will ease some of the nerves from the bowlers. Always when you're trying to defend a middling total, as you said, the pressure is on the bowlers. Makes them tinker around a little bit, gets them a little nervy, and they lose control of their natural process.
Yeah, the only chance they have is to pick a wicket at regular intervals. Don't let any batters settle around. They started with 1 slip in place. With that sort of a total 130 on the board, they feel that yes, they might just induce an edge. That's one of the reasons why they have a slip in place. It's also important, even if they don't pick up wickets, dots will certainly clear some sort of pressure.
Oh, that's an edge. Got the wicket. He drew the batter into that ball, which had a little bit of shape. Naeem Sheikh just seemed to follow it, got a feather, and was taken quite comfortably behind. That is what they want, an early strike.
Just the kind of start that Dhaka Dominators would have hoped for. They cannot afford to relax. They don't have time to relax. It's a wide delivery, but he chased it neck and straight to the keeper. Really good start from Shariful Islam, the left arm seamer. sending back the counterpart left-handed batter Mohammad Naeem Sheikh for naught. Rangpur Riders not for one.
New batter in, Sheikh Mahdi Hassan. Well, there you go, 89th innings for him, 124 strike rate. Not going to be too worried about the strike rate. It's a question of ensuring that they don't lose another wicket, because they have been really rocked early on in the innings. Loss of that wicket of Mohammad Naeem Sheikh. He's the successful bowler. Oh, just eases off, not comfortable with his run-up. Have a look at just drawing him, playing away from his body. Naeem Sheikh not getting into line of that ball and paying the price.
Yeah, in comes Mahdi Hassan, who was player of the match in that last match against the same opposition, when he scored 72 of 43 deliveries. That's a wide down the leg side, and I'll be hoping he can give them the right kind of a start. He doesn't need to score that many runs, as long as he stays and have some sort of partnership to just relax in the middle, way down the leg side. You just need to make sure that you relax the nerves, not only in the middle but also in the dressing rooms. You don't want to lose wickets at regular intervals. Not a big total to chase.
Just deviating in line once again. Easy pickings. Just roll of the wrist, flicking it away. Struggling with the line. He got a good line outside the off for the left-hander, but not to the right-hander.
Yeah, it's a poor delivery. Nothing delivery. When you have that fielder inside the circle at short fine, you're asking for trouble if you're down the leg side. Look how wide that is. It's onto the pads. He's so easy pickings for Mahdi Hassan. He's been in good touch. You can't afford to get him set if you are Dhaka Dominators, because you want to see the back of him as quickly as possible.
Looking at that field for the right-hander, he's got a slip at the third man point. The cover goes a little squarer to almost a cover point position. There's more protection in the covers itself. Another fielder coming in, and a mid-off. Onus on the offside. And he does bowl that offside line, maybe a tad outside, making the ball shape away. He's got a slip in position.
Yeah, in that last match between these two sides, Dhaka Dominators made 144 for 5. They scored 146 for 5. But they were in a bit of a spot of bother after they got Mahdi Hassan out. Mahdi did his job when he smashed 72 of just 43 deliveries, but others could not make an impression. It's important to see the back of him.
They're not interested. He is just overcompensating ever so slightly with those 3 balls down the leg side. He's trying to find that offside corridor and entice Mahdi Hassan. But you're absolutely right. I think Mahdi holds the key in ensuring that they get off the stuttering start they've had. He's the man who should just settle things down.
Yeah, I would also like to see, even though he's picked up a wicket of the left hand, I would like to see Sharifuslav come round the wicket to the right hander, because there is a bit of a movement, hint of movement available off the surface. He's still going over the wicket.
Just jagging back. That's not going to be of interest to the umpire or the others. Better think so. 1 over done, 5 for 1. Well, the Dhaka Dominators will be pretty happy with that first over, taking that important wicket of Mohammad Naeem Sheikh. And have got to keep on continuing with the pressure. And to try and do that, it's going to be Arafat Sani. Wily old customer, very experienced, 139th match for him. 132 wickets. Look at that economy rate. 6.84 in this format is absolutely formidable.
Yeah, they started with seam and spin from the other end now.
Ronita looked at to take strike. The ball, the arm ball keeps on going. You don't expect the ball to turn too much. It's only in the second over. He can be a very dangerous batsman. He's kept on holding its line.
Yeah, just coming back with the arm. I don't mind a slip in place also, because if he does get the ball to turn away from the right-hander,
yes, boy,
that slip fielder might be in position. That's sloppy. That's poor fielding. It's a gentle may push towards straight towards mid-on, and it's gone through.
Well, that's really unforgivable. But going slowly, he seemed to have covered it, slipped right to his fingers. That's the last thing you want. Fielding unit that's defending only 130. And some more commitment.
Yes, boy, don't ball pressure, don't ball pressure. Yes, sir.
He's the substitute fielder. We'll just have to wait and see who's not in the field. But that was very, very sloppy.
Yes.
Ronnie just trying to use the angles. That is a good attitude to have, just to frustrate the bowlers. Arafat Sani actually is very, very thinking cricketer. He will try and suss out the attitude of the batters.
Yes,
try and give the ball some air on occasions, but the accuracy is forte.
Yeah, he's only picked 6 wickets in the 6 previous matches, but his economy has stood out. Under 600 in an over, yes, it's a special moment for Shoaib Malik. Would you believe it? 500 T20 matches.
Another decent enough over. After 2, it's 9 for 1. With this game, the Rangpur Riders have 4 options of getting 1 win. That'll take them to qualifiers. Oh, that jack back in, big shot, and up goes the dreaded finger. Prageet Rambakwala thought about it, and he's going to go upstairs. There he goes.
Copy that. Give me a better director. Player review for LBW. Original decision is out. Front foot, please. Spare delivery. Move on to front on vision, please. So I'm set to no bat in ball. Mat, please. Pitching in line. Split skin, please. I'm satisfied. Speed skin, please. Now give mat, please. pitching in line, impact in line. I'm satisfied. Pragit, you stay your original decision.
So there's confirmation of that decision taken and confirmed, and another wicket. He is a little surprised, but Shariful has done the job.
Yeah, that ball came back in, shaped. There was a bit of a shape which came back in. The only question was whether it was a bit high. Doesn't matter. Gone for 4. Rangpur Riders 9 for 2.
Nurul Hasan Chauhan, the skipper, comes in a position of strife for his team. Over 2,000 runs, got decent numbers, but with 9 for 2 in the third over, Rangpur Riders have really been rocked by Shariful in particular. Generated a better pace, better bounce, confused the batters, induced the edges. The only way to come back, get amongst the wickets, defending a middling total, are the Dhaka Dominators. Behind that, wide of the fielder for a single.
Yeah, just keeping a close eye on the ball. The ball just pitches and then just comes back in. Great delivery. Loud shout, and it was given in his favor. The review was taken, but it was not overturned. Fantastic start from Shariful Islam. That's exactly what Dhaka Dominators would have hoped for. They picked up not one, but picked up 2. Wicket importantly, Madison back in the hut.
What about that reply from Ronnie Talukdar? Despite the loss of wickets, he's not going to stand around. Really walloped it through the covers.
And just a beautiful shot. It's not in half volley, but it's just gone through the line. It hit that on the up. He's crashed it. That has gone like a trace of a bullet. Just a shade wide.
And then that one that comes back in, the one that got the wicket, but this was pitched about leg and kept on going further down. He has got the ball to move around a little bit. He also got, because he's a tall guy, he's got a bit of bounce off the track.
Yeah, important for him. Yes, he is among the wickets. The first to go was a wide delivery chase. Nicked straight to the keeper, Mohammad Naeem Sheikh. Second a lot closer. Bit high, but went in his favour. It's important for him because he's defending only a total of 130. Not to give too much room to work around with for the batters. Bowl straighter.
Well, it'll be a delicate balancing act for the batters now with the 2 wickets falling early. We know that Ronnie Talukdar can hit the long balls. He can really be very powerful, but he'll just have to be a little circumspect in his approach. Ensure that they build up this partnership with his partner and make sure that no more wickets fall. That is the prime concern now for the Rangpur Riders. Will the slip in evidence for Ronnie Talukdar? Oh, he did go for it. It's up in the air, but it's going to fall safe. Bit of risk, but he's fortunate on that occasion. 2 from that, and after 3, it's 16 for 2. 16 for 2, Rangpur Riders against 11 for 2 after 3 overs. Nothing much the difference between the two teams, but sometimes in the evening when they're out there, the bowlers have a little more difficult to hold the ball with the dew factor. Mohar Sheikh in his first game, I understand, in this tournament, in this edition of the BPL, right arm medium pace bowler. Let's see what he can come up with. He's also got a slip in position, so the onus on the paceman. Oh, now Nurul Hasan Chauhan, he did shuffle across, try and get to the line. There was also that little bit of shape. Well bowled.
And floats it in. Good team presentation also, going towards the slip. So he will get some movement, but he got to get it right. There is a slip in place. Interesting to see how he goes around here. Again, but it's a little bit too wide, and Nurul Hasan has put that away. And it's a no ball.
Not the right start. The first ball was decent enough, and then this was pitched up. Nurul Hasan puts it away with consummate ease through the covers, and to compound all the problems, it's a no ball. Big one too. Right, so free hit, going to be comfortable for the batters. Look at that lovely shot.
Yeah, too much width on the offer. He's not going to miss out. He's promoted himself to come at number 4. So he wants to take the pressure off. He decided that, yes, I'm going to be the one who's going to go in and take care of the 2 wickets that we have lost early on.
White ball!
Well, have to repeat that. It's going to be a continuation of the free hit because it's been given as a wide. So really struggling with his stepping, with his line for this young man playing first time in this tournament.
Yeah, he's all over the place, but have a look at what Nurul Hasan has done on that occasion. He's just gone inside, exposing all 3 stumps, and has forced the bowler to bowl down the leg side. He's played 10 first class matches. Mohar Sheikh is from Rajshahi, 25 years of age.
Just catching the eye of the bowler. It's very intelligent from Nurul Hasan, realizing that Mohar Sheikh doesn't have too much experience, as you're mentioning. Trying to catch his eye, basically, and he's trying to follow the movement, the initial movement of the batter.
Yeah, he's picked up 30 wickets in first class in the 10 matches. He's got a best of 5 for 24. 7 wickets in the list A cricket, which is a 50 over affair, and 18 in T20. So he's shown that yes, he likes to pick a wicket, but maybe that's one of the reasons why Dhaka Dominators have opted to have him in the 11. Remember, there is no Taskin Ahmed.
Yes, they'll be missing the services because when, as you mentioned earlier, when 108 was defended, it was Taskin along with the others who really bowled their hearts out. Lovely sight, that outskirts of the stadium here at Mirpur. Again, that shuffle does well to control the line, and because of that initial shuffle across, Nurul Hasan is cramping himself for space. Not always the wise option. Well, little somber, but they're hoping that their team can come out with flying colours here. Got the 2 early wickets. Need to keep on getting wickets at regular intervals. Again, he takes a walk, and this time exposes his intentions a little too early. Bowler adjusts, restricts him to a single only.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure that he unsettles the bowler. First up, there was a delivery which was hit towards the cover area for a boundary from Nurul Hassan. Then he went inside the line and wanted to heave it out on the onside, missed it. It was a wide. He's doing a lot of things. He's moving quite a lot, but he's at the moment at the non-striker's end.
Short, lets it sail through. 4 overs have been completed. It's 25 for 2.
Dhaka Dominators defending a total of 130. They've managed to pick up 2 quick wickets of Rangpur Riders at 25 runs after 4 overs. Ronnie Talukdar and Nur Hassan Chauhan, the skipper, building a healthy partnership. 16 of 13. Tani pulled away, will get 4 runs. Chauhan, welcome boundary.
You've just got to be so accurate inside the power play because you just don't have any protection. And this is too short and just allows Nurul to be able to rock back and punish that over mid-wicket.
Was short and punished. I was just wondering, Shariful Islam, 2 wickets of his 2 overs. They need a quick wicket. Don't have the cushion of a high total. Just wondering if he would bowl his 3rd. Again, rocking back on the back foot. We'll be looking for a couple. Denied.
Yeah, I think you bring up a very good point. You know, while the ball is still new and there is a little bit of swing around, and you know, the LBW that Shariful got was just the perfect left arm swing bowler's dismissal. Again, a little bit on the shortish side. Neatly tucked away by the skipper.
And the arm ball. Yeah, and they're also missing out. You mentioned in your previous stint, HG, they're missing out on the services of Taskin Ahmed, who's helped the team defend a low total. Also, Alamin Hussain, who's been dropped. Much fuller this time.
You're both wicket takers though, and when you're defending low totals, economy is really not the answer. You really need to take wickets.
Yes, boy, yes, boy.
Slightly floated, trying to entice the batsman to play a shot.
Yeah, so going back to your point around Shariful bowling, I think a lot of captains are reluctant to do that, which is sad. You know, try and make early inroads.
Yes, boy.
Try and make early inroads rather than let the opposition back into the game. 5 gone, 31 for 2.
Yeah, well, definitely the Rangpur Riders are a bit ahead of the Dhaka Dominators after the 5 overs, 31 for 2. Just an over remaining in the power play, and now the bowling change. Amir Hamza to be introduced.
And Hamza's sort of had a mixed tournament so far. He didn't start in the side, then was brought into the team and took a pasting, and then got left out, and then reintroduced into the team, and since then he's been really good.
Yes, boys. Good start, Hamza.
We have left-hand spin bowlers operating from both ends. Also thinking the highest wicket taker is Nasir Hussain, the captain of wicket. For him in the matches they've played, probably waiting for a left-handed batter to come in and then come into bowl.
Yeah, a lot of captains like to bowl the left armers to the right-handers.
Yes, boy.
Good running. And the reason behind that is the ball from around the wicket slides into the right-handers and cramps them for room. You know, all batters want room to be able to free their arms. And if there is a little bit of turn, well, then that can beat their outside edge.
That's the quicker delivery coming in. I think they just want to keep them quiet during the power play, and maybe run it out or pulled away, but there's a fielder in place for that.
Well, the required rate is nothing to be nervous about for the Rangpur Riders. They just need a little bit of a partnership here as far as they're concerned, because they know they have the likes of Shoaib Malik still to come with all that experience. So the required rate is not the issue. For Dhaka, they still want wickets. How they go about that is probably through building up a little bit of pressure, getting that rate up to 7, 8.
Down the wicket, the fielder's up in the circle and was very aware of that. Chauhan above the fielder and 4.
Really good shot. We've mentioned there's not a lot of turn. It's more the drift with the angle into the pads. He doesn't try and hit this hard. He's not trying to hit this for 6. He's just trying to get it over mid-on, and he does it.
Spot on. Just above the head of Nasir Hussain. Standing at mid-on. Again, far better control this time, a better hit, same result. Back-to-back boundaries for Rangpur Riders from Chauhan. 11 of the 6th, 42 for 2. Neck and neck as far as runs are concerned. Rangpur Riders and Dhaka Dominators just a wicket more. Dhaka had lost. Power play is done with that boundary. Funny to continue. Again floated it in. Single.
It was a lovely bit of cricket the previous over, those last couple of balls. You know, the captain uses his feet, goes down the wicket and lobs it over mid-on. The following delivery, he stays back and gets deep in the crease. Hamza, probably feeling he's going to come again, drags it down. So that's a good bit of cricket, good bit of thinking from Nurul Hassan.
Yeah, they're happy. They're content and nothing to worry about. The partnership now 34 of 27. That's what Dhaka Dominators lacked. The highest partnership they had was a 38 one. Room for himself, and most importantly, whenever they're not getting boundaries, they're rotating the strike. Most enthusiastic BPL fan. Yeah, they are happy and they've not disappointed all throughout Bangladesh, throughout this BPL, and of course here in Mirpur as well.
Yes, boy.
Most enthusiastic fan, of course, will be getting a bat with an autograph from the player of the match.
Well, that's up for grabs. I'm not sure there's a front runner just yet. required 6.45. See, nothing to panic. They're in charge at the moment. Only something silly would create panic, but T20 cricket is about something silly.
Yes, that's not. Or a moment of brilliance in the field or from one of the bowlers.
I don't think Ronnie Talukdar is, even though he's 16 of 21, he's not someone that wants to be dictated to.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy. Yes, son.
No need to take risks. Only 4 of it. Rangpur Riders 46 for 2 of 7. $130 for 8. Rangpur Riders cruising along. 46 for 2, courtesy of Nurul Hassan Chauhan's 23 and Ronnie's 16 not out. They're still in the middle. Weekend here in Dhaka, and they are enjoying themselves.
Rangpur Riders, they're a victory away here. A victory away from entering the top 4 of the playoffs, which will knock the rest of them out. But this game is far from over.
There's the power play, got the wicket from the second delivery of this innings. Needed early wickets, and rightly so on the pads, punished by Nadia Hassan, and then this speech of a delivery, pitching in the middle and straightening. Given out, a great shot from Ronnie Talukdar, and Chauhan accompanied him as well. And a good partnership going along. 37 of just 31.
Yes.
Yes and no. Rightly sent back. That one kept low. Just have to bring it back. When do you bring back Shoriful? You don't have a big total on the board. 84 of 76 required, 8 wickets in hand.
Well, I think that Shoriful horse is already bolted, to be honest. Now in the situation where you're going to bowl your spinners, it was whether they risk bowling him out. He had 2 for 12 in 2. It's whether the captain was prepared to take that risk and say, you know, I'm going to knock one more over here and get Shoaib Malik to the wicket. Now you're almost thinking, well, get a couple out of my spinners, then maybe I'll bring him back. The problem is they haven't used the 5th bowler yet, so that 5th bowler's got to get used at some stage. The way the game's going at the moment, it's not going to get to that 20th over unless there's wickets taken. If wickets are taken, then they can squeeze again and get that required rate to 7, 8. Once it gets to 8, there's a contest on. While it's at 6, there's no contest. Not while these two are at the wicket.
Time since last boundary, 10 balls.
Yes, I have.
Shouldn't bother Rangpur Riders, but just wonder that the Dhaka Dominators have managed to dry it up a bit. Rock back to the backboard, well timed. Yes, gets the boundary. Must have heard it. Nurul Hassan of the last ball of the over, 6 of it after 8 Rangpur Riders, 52 for 2. Right, lots of money on offer in this Ispahani BPL 2023 for individual players at league stage, and then of course the big one is the prize money. Right, you could see that Dhaka looking to bowl spin, but take a look at this shot, just created the space he was looking for. Great effort, but very good batting by Nur Hassan Sohan. He looks a good player. He looks very good, particularly against spin, not afraid to use his feet, good and very quick on both the front foot and the back foot. But it's an interesting approach, Shamim. The batters are not really looking to take the bowling on. They're a little bit circumspect, looking for singles, the odd boundary. Is a still game on?
Absolutely. I think the comfort zone they are in at the moment. There's no need for them to take any kind of risk at all. Just keep the rotation of the strike going, pick out the runs once in a while. There will be opportunities for the big shots. Ronnie Talukdar normally goes at over 100 strike rate. He's only going at 72. It's reading the game differently. And that is all they've got to do. The required run rate is 6.7. Good running. Completes the run comfortably.
See, I can understand the thinking at this stage. They lost 2 quick wickets. They need some solidity. They need some stability. But they will come to a stage where they'll feel comfortable and can look to be a little bit more aggressive. Running here. Running that first run really hard. Like the way Nur Hassan turns. No hesitation, looks up and off he goes. This is brilliant running.
Hey!
I think for the next few overs, this is going to be the way they're going to go. Just ensure that build up this partnership, which is 48 or 42 balls. Do not want to take any kind of chances. Then create the platform. From there on, you can throw caution to the wind, take a few risks. But by that time, you will be within striking range. That is the plan for the moment from these two.
Easy.
More of the same. A single to finish over number 9. It's 58 for the loss of 2 wickets. It's also time for the strategic timeout.
All the heat from the KFC Big Bash League is on your home of champions. It's all on the line for the final on Saturday, February 4. Watch it on SportsMax.
Hi, I'm Samuel Chukwueze. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
Hi, I'm Asier Yarramendi. Watch La Liga on SportsMax.
You're never far from home when you're watching Scene TV. We bring the Caribbean to you. And now it's even easier to stay up to date on all things Caribbean when you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The latest action in sports, the biggest news stories in the region, and all the excitement in the world of entertainment. So join our...
Early on with the 2 wickets falling at 0 and 9, they've recovered with the 49-run partnership between the skipper Nurul Hassan Chauhan and Ronnie Talukdar. Going to be Mukhtar Ali, start off from the Minister and the right arm medium. 78 wickets so far. He needs to get to break this partnership. He needs a wicket badly. Oh, he's invited into his bowling by a massive 6. Into position was Nurul Hassan and really played it with a lot of authority.
The 50 partnership is up, but that's a poor delivery to start with. At more or less gentle pace, bang down the pitch, and with wide open areas on the leg side, no man on the mid-wicket boundary either, so that becomes an even easier hit to aim. As soon as you get it over the infield, it's an easy hit, it's a free hit, and very well executed by the captain.
Not first ball that Mukhtar needed to bowl at. It was slow, it was short, invited trouble. Nurul Hassan just moves away at the last moment. There's someone behind the bowler's arm. Can be very, very annoying for the bowler. This is the partnership they've built up after the early fall of wickets between the skipper and Ronnie Talukdar. Decent time. They're not in a hurry. We haven't had a big shot for a while. That 6 started it all off. Yes, and after that big over boundary, you'd expect them to go back to the norm, which they've been practicing in the last 2 or 3 overs, is just push and run, use the angles, rotate the strike, keep it simple.
Now the Dhaka captain has a real dilemma here. What does he do next? He's bowling his spinners. They've looked to bowl economically. Oh, beautiful, beautifully driven. That's 4. It's all timing, nothing but timing. Not much pace, but it was all pure timing.
And placement, definitely, because he threaded the needle so very nicely. In addition to that lovely timing you were talking about, just that little angle of the bat, taking it past, and there are 2 others converging later on in the deep. Even they didn't have a chance. Delectable shot. Really pleasing to the eye. Eased into that one. Look at that effort. Oh, Pish! Half a chance there. Was in 2 minds on that occasion. I think it went to hand, couldn't latch on.
Would have been an outstanding catch had he taken it. Not easy on his follow through. Just pushed a little bit too early. Yeah, and it also fell short of the bowler. Yeah, on the bounce for sure, but good effort.
Now that ball down the leg side, just cannot afford it. You put the pressure by inducing almost a catch there because it fell just short of the bowler. But then you need to have a follow-up delivery which is equally good. You don't allow that batter to take an opportunity to play single. This is the attempt. Not a chance, but difficult. Pretty close to the hand though. Reaches, stretches his hands, goes, oh dear, that is unpardonable. They've done a lot of work getting to that, but eventually slithers away and gets to the boundary. After 10, 74 for 2. Whatever decent work was done by the initial bowlers was rather spoilt in the last over by Mukhtar Ali, given 16 runs. This is the last ball of the previous over.
He uses those hands well. One hand did come off the bat. The fielding didn't help either. He was sliding. Eventually, just not in control of the ball. Just dragged it to extra cover. It was going more towards point. Well, it's just been Dhaka's day.
Slapped away. Well, good stop there. You need that after that lapse in the field earlier in the previous over.
Well, they need just 57 runs or 59 balls. Dhaka having it very much under control here. Rangpur, I beg your pardon.
Reverse. Gets enough bat on it, but not enough to take it to the boundary. As things are getting easier now for the Rangpur Riders. It took a better time. It's Hamza back into the attack for his third over. Batters are getting more enterprising. They are started to innovate, improvise.
Yes, boy.
And be respectful when the good delivery is bowled. But even then, you play it comfortably into the deep and amble the single.
I can tell you that Rangpur, as I said, is having this under control, but let's hope that they don't go and do anything silly from here. Because the way Nurul Hassan Sohan and also Ronnie Talukdar, the way they have constructed this partnership, it's very solid. No real danger for the Rangpur batters.
Stands his ground, almost pays the prize. That ball slightly so beat him for length also and line.
Pace of the ball, looped it, searching for some turn, and there was a little bit of turn. Just a hint of turn.
And he gives him the chance. Really not holding it well enough, and another lapse now. At least if you don't try and get the catch, you should ensure that you got your body behind the ball there. Again, slipping underneath Shariful and getting another extra run.
Honestly, I think it's a good decision for Shariful to go for the catch at this stage. You need to throw yourself. It's tough because it fell short.
Yes, boy.
Simple matter of putting away into the deep for another easy single. 11 done, 80 for 2. Well, that red worm just reared up its head. It was going along the same pace, but suddenly last couple of overs have changed things around, particularly that big over. Another bowling change is going to be affected. Nurul Hassan Sohan is going to be on strike. Shamma Sharkar might be brought into the attack. Change of gloves. Nurul Hassan Sohan taking his time about it. And umpire also saying, I think, got to get a move on. 71 of 55, this partnership, taking them towards the target. 131, there's Shammo. Right arm medium fast, very disappointing with the bat. Hopefully he can redeem himself with a wicket or two here. Did get a couple of wickets in the previous game. Can be rather innocuous when he comes into bowl, and the batters try to take a fancy to him, take chances, become a little complacent, in the process lose wickets. That's what the bowling skipper will be hoping for. Short, hit away, could have done better.
If you prepare a list of underperforming cricketers in the current BPL, Shumusaka should be right up there. I rate him very highly, or I rated him very highly, because I've seen him as an all-rounder. He bats well, he can bat well, he's more than useful as a seam bowler. But somehow, he just promises but never delivers. I think the Bangladesh selectors should be given a huge pat on the back for the way they have persisted with him. I'm just wondering how long more. Because even in this, Shamim, you will agree that he's been given the opportunity to play, he's opened the batting, he's given the opportunity at the top, but for some reason, he looks good, but he throws it away.
Bang! Into the deep. And straight to the fielder. Does the single. Well, the intentions are there. It's tough for Nasir Hussain, must say. Trying to gel together a team which is underperforming. Loss of form, loss of confidence, particularly for Shammo Sharkar that you've been mentioning. 45 now to the skipper. Another shuffle. Guides that so nicely. That's a delectable looking shot. Whatever pace Shammo was offering, he used it to a nicety. Lovely use of the angle.
Look at the setup of the batter. Look at what he does. He moves and just opens the face of the bat. He was expecting that length and the line, and all he needed to do was, his setup was perfect. He was getting to the off stump and then just guided it. Clever batting.
The misery continues for Shammo Sharkar. There's the shuffle. Pick that up. It's high in the air. It's swirling. And it's gone the distance. Just over. It hung around in the air for a while. Maybe the fielders thought they had an opportunity to haul it in, but not to be. 416th over boundary in this tournament.
Well, half century for the captain, and striking at a very good rate of 177. 7 fours and 2 sixes. Again, he does this so well. Tends to move around a little bit. Tends to expose his stumps and gets the bowler to bowl at him.
Gets a hold of that again. Is the big one into the 12th row of the stands, and it finishes with a flourish that over 18 from it. 98 for 2.
Well, certainly when we saw Nurul Hassan Sohan to promote himself up to order, he had something in his mind that I'm going to take control, and he's certainly taken control. He smashed a quick fire 50, 61 in only 32 deliveries. Back-to-back sixes in the previous over. He's played some lovely shots. Now have a look at that. That went huge. His first over from Shumoshaka. And the second one, the first six bottom is 50. Second one, pretty big even. Well, it's not a big total, but he's leading from the front. And he's already making a big impression.
Yes, boy.
Nasir Hussain, would you believe it, is the leading wicket taker for his team, and he's brought himself on for the very first time in the 30th over from the Ispahani end. They needed to break this partnership. He's gone up. Good evening, Secretary Ambrose.
Good evening, Arthur. And that single brings up, well, there was a couple of runs there, brings up the 100 for the Rangpur Riders. Smooth sailing for them, only 31 runs needed in 46 deliveries with 8 wickets in hand. They're well in the ascendancy. Not a bad effort. Limit them to 2. But they're really cruising home quite easily. The Rangpur Riders. Not a big target to get. But they've seen strange things happen in cricket, Arthur. So it's not over as yet.
It's never over until it's over.
Ball, Nas.
But it's a surprise for me to see Nasir Hussain coming so late in the attack. If you look at what the Dhaka Dominators bowlers have achieved in this tournament so far, he has picked up 12 wickets. Alamin Hussain has picked up 11. Oh, big one. Or has he found the man? Yes, he has. Why was he not in the attack before? He picks up a wicket again in his very first over. Is it a little bit too late?
It just might be a little bit too late. Didn't get hold of it the way he would have liked. Ariful, and picked out the lone feeler on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Didn't have to move an inch. Right down his throat. And he took it quite comfortably and quite easily. Ronnie Taldulkar is gone for 34. Rangpur Riders 102 for 3.
The man on screen, big milestone for him. That's his T20 career.
Yes, boy. Yes,
playing his 500 T20th match. It's another very successful over for the skipper, Nasir Hussain. 102 for 3. That is an incredible record. Most matches in T20 cricket, Kyron Pollard from West Indies right at the top with 16 614 matches. Dwayne Bravo, also from West Indies, 556. And now, Shoaib Malik from Pakistan becomes the third to get across 500. I mean, this is 500 now. Incredible. Chris Gale, 463. Ravi Bopara, 439. Now, Ryan, quite a few West Indians here. Chakravarti Ambrose, Dre Russ. Right, Curry full back in the attack. Oh, this has gone up in the air. This should be a taken. This should be taken. Oh, little bit of juggle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he holds on to it. Shumo Shokar. He can smile now. As Nur Hassan has to walk back.
Is this another twist in the tail? 2 wickets in quick succession. That went miles in the air. And look at that. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Then finally, what a thing. He must be relieved, man. Sumya. Nur Hassan is going for enterprising and entertaining 6-1. The Rangpur Riders 102 for 4.
Mohammad Nawaz is the new batter. Yeah, he'll be hoping that he can just stay in because it's 29 in 41 deliveries. And the required run over just above 4 runs in an over. So no real pressure.
Let's have a look at this again. The toe end of the bat went miles in the air. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What a thing. And look at his facial expression. Isn't he relief? Well, what a thing.
It went through the hands, didn't it? Initially. And it was a good juggling act till the very end to ensure that he kept his cool and managed to just hang on to the catch.
Have to see it again for a third time. Went through his hands, hit him on the chest, in, out, in. Boy, I tell you, what a catch it was in the end. He was very fortunate. He started to panic here. He's panicking. Hit him on the face. What a thing.
Well, the good thing about Shumo Shokar was he kept the eye on the ball. Yes, he could not get hold of it. And since we've shown it quite a few times, he was watching it on the big screen as well. He can laugh. In the end, it's a good catch. You got to give it to him.
He panicked for a moment and could have easily knocked it away out of his grasp. But in the end, he's a relief man. And so is his team.
Yeah, he's had a very good time at the ball, Shariful Islam. Oh. Now then, they think it's got a bit of a bat on that. Not the umpire. Let's see what the reaction is from the bowler and the keeper. Shumo Shokar also getting involved. They want the review. And they've taken the review.
Copy that. TV umpire director. Player review for caught behind. Original decision is not out. Front foot please. It's fair delivery. Move on to front on vision. Can you zoom it when ball pass the bat? One frame back, one frame back, one frame back. One frame back. Slowly, slowly. Slowly, slowly. Yeah. I'm satisfied. Ball didn't hit the bat. It hit helmet. Gaziba, stay your original decision. You are on skin now.
Yeah, good decision from the umpire. Ghazi Suhail, the umpire, hit him flush on the grill, the side of the grill. There was a deflection. There was the ball did change the direction.
Yes, came off the side of the helmet. But my thing is, with just a glancing blow, you still have to observe the concussion protocol. But it was only a glancing blow after. It wasn't like hitting him flush. But I guess that's the rules, so we have to abide.
Yeah, it was definitely not flush on. Initially I thought it was, but just brushing it on the side of the helmet. But what a good spell this is from Shoriful Islam. A great bouncer. Don't forget the bouncer that he bowled. Very good. Beat him by pace. Terrific over. It's a wicket maiden. Fantastic over from Shoriful Islam. Rangpur Riders still need 29 in 36. Well, when you don't have not enough runs on the board, then you're in trouble. 130, not enough. 130 for 8, and then Rangpur Riders cruising. At one stage they were 102 for 2, but they lost 2 wickets at on that score. Both the set batters are back in the hut, so now 202 for 4. Which is still not a lot of runs to score. It's 29. They have 6 wickets in hand, and the gentleman on screen, he's a 500 not out in terms of matches. Shoaib Malik.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
Wickets are going to be the key. And of course, the Dhaka Dominators picked up 2 in quick succession. But I'm just amazed. The Rangpur Riders batsmen, the 2 that was dismissed in quick succession, what's the need for them to go on an all-out attack recklessly when they need less than 1 ball?
Yeah, I hear you, Sir Curtly Ambrose. When you lose the first one, then perhaps Noor Hassan should have taken a little bit more responsibility. Now that's the way how it goes. Really good partnership, and both set batters are back in the hut. The Dhaka Dominators will be very happy.
Yes, boy.
Will be a single down the ground. No real pressure. 6 wickets in hand, 27 in 33 required. That's the winning fan, the most enthusiastic fan of the match. Will get a sign back from the player of the match. Really good initiative from the Bangladesh Cricket Board and the BPL Governing Council to ensure that it happens on every match. There you go. Down the wicket, and out she goes for the maximum.
What a blow. That certainly was a good strike. Good use of the feet as well. That enabled him to get to the pitch and hit it high and hard over long on for 6. And that will ease a lot of the pressure. Good use of the feet. Head very still. Good shot.
It seems that they want to finish it quickly because they only need under 4 runs and an over from here on. Once again, this time it's gone. He wanted to repeat it. A clever piece of bowling from Nasir Hussain. He's all smiles. He cannot believe it. He's smiling too. I don't know why. But he has to head back to the pavilion.
They will still win the game, the Rangpur Riders. Well, they should. But that to me is absolute madness in terms of the batting. That was so unnecessary. Doesn't make any sense. Well, there's no problem with the front foot. I can't understand what Shoaib was thinking about after hitting that 6. Look at that. He's miles down the track. And why is the umpire, Athar? You can probably explain to me. Why is he checking for the stumping? Shoaib Malik is gone for 7. The Rangpur Riders 110 for 5.
মাঠে যতক্ষণ থাকবো যত ঠান্ডা থাকবো তত সব কিছু ঠিক থাকবে এত এক্সাইটেড হয়ে লাভ নেই
Asmatullah Omarzai is the new batter. He's had a wonderful time with the ball. He would have hoped that he could have seen his side go and win without him coming into the bat, but he has to come in because they've just lost the all-important wicket of Shoaib Malik. With that wicket from Nasir Hussain, he now becomes the leading wicket taker in this edition of BPL. 110 for 5. Well, he came very late in the attack, and would you believe it, he's bowled 2 overs and has picked up 2 wickets. Nasir Hussain is right gone at the top of the list of the most wickets in this edition of BPL 2023. 14 wickets. He just crossed and jumped over Wahab Riaz and Muhammad Amir. They still require 21 runs and 30 deliveries. This is his last wicket.
Not even close. And I will have to ask again, why on earth did the umpire went to check? Why? Was it just to waste time? Because I can't understand it. The man was halfway down the track.
Difficult, but it's gone, done and dusted. 20 now.
Yes, boy, yes.
Just thinking that if Dhaka Dominators would have done a better job with the bat, that they would have been in business. They only managed to put 130. To defend that, they needed a special performance. Yes, they picked up wicket, but still.
Lovely bowling, Hamza.
If you look at the required run rate, it's not gone above 5 here, man. So no real pressure. Yeah, he'll be just hoping that what did I do when I was well set? When it looked like that he should have just dealt in singles instead of trying to hit boundaries like that. Sweet timing. And what a a catch! Incredible catch! It's all happening in the middle. As we said earlier, Sir Curtly Ambrose, it's not over until it's over. Ariful Haq has taken a beauty.
That is so true. That's why I asked the question, is there another twist in the tail? Went for the big one, didn't get a hold of it. That was a good catch. The ball was dying on him. Ariful had to take out the dive. And this game is not over yet. Mohamed Nawaz is going for one. The Rangpur Riders in a little bit of trouble. 1-1-1 for 6.
And it will also be strategic timeout. At one stage, Rangpur Riders were cruising along at 102 for 2. And all of a sudden, in the last 21 deliveries, they've lost 4 wickets for 13 runs and they still require 20 of 27. 2 batters in the crease have not opened their account. But it's just the manner they've got themselves out, Sir Curtly Ambrose. This is earlier Ronnie Talukdar holding out, and now very back live. Oh, that's gone into the gap. It should be cut off. It is from the deep. So at that stage, when Ronnie Talukdar got himself out, Noor Hassan should have taken a little bit more responsibility, but he'd not. He wanted to finish it quickly, and then a bit of a juggle, and eventually held on to it. So 2 wickets fell. Shoaib Malik hit a 6 before that, got stumped. Nasir Hussain picking up 2nd wicket. And then Mohamed Nawaz, who did not open his account for the first 8 deliveries. I think that was the pressure. And then they hit 1 in the deep. Another good over. It's 112 for 6.
sometimes I wonder how Rangpur Riders just had 50 odd runs in 10 overs with wickets in hand could get into a predicament like this, 19 of 24. And they're still struggling here, Amir. Not looking good, not confident, not convincing. To me, that's the problem.
Yeah, they got themselves to blame. They bossed it, didn't it? Kept playing their stroke, kept losing wickets, and given the opposition an opportunity to win this one.
Nazir Hussain, he's been very good. Very, very good indeed with wickets, but not good fielding that time. Might have to pull it in. I don't think he succeeded. Well, the umpire will take a look. If he has, he's done brilliantly. Excellent piece of backing up too.
Yeah, I think he's all right. They managed to pull the ball at the right time. Looks okay with those pictures. Yep. We didn't see any movement with those boundary triangles. A nick of the time, he managed to flick the ball towards his partner. Yeah, should have been stopped, this one. You know, we have seen litany of mistakes committed by both the sides.
Right, I think he's happy with that piece of fielding. The reverse. Quick single. The return is bad. Another single. They're stealing runs. The Rangpur batters.
Who wants to win it? Who? A better effort is required in the field and also from the batters.
Masai on strike. He was brilliant with the ball. Again, an easy single. It's becoming a bit too easy now for the Rangpur batters. They're just looking to release the pressure. Still 2 more balls left in the over. They've got 6 runs.
They are taking the game deep. Just trying to bring a semblance to this innings by just working the ball into the gaps. Rotating strike.
I sometimes wonder about this batting approach by the Rangpur batters. They just had it under control, lost wickets close to each other. Fielded back to the bowler. Dot ball to end. It's 118 for 6. (13 of 18). That's the equation. Well, tomorrow, Ispani BPL will have 2 more games. Chattogram Challengers versus Comilla Victorians. And that starts at 13:20 local time. And then Rangpur Riders will take on Sylhet Strikers. That is game number 2 tomorrow. Match number 36, that is. And the coverage would start at 18:20 local time.
Yeah, it's going to be a fight between these 3 sides: Comilla, Sylhet and Borishal. To be at number 1 and number 2 position. But talking about Rangpur Riders, if they win this game, they'll shut the doors for the other teams, who are fighting hard to get some points under the belt.
I think it's a fair reflection of the strengths of the team. Again wants a single here. Push them back, yeah. A win for Rangpur will seal that 4th place, and as you said, then it's a tussle for the top or the standings in those 4 teams. Obviously the top 2 will be the favoured ones, will have the better of that draw.
Yeah, but the door is ajar for Comilla Victorians to get to number 2 position. They have only played 9 games, remember? Yeah, that's nicely done. Just opening the face of the bat at the last moment. Still hopeful. Dhaka Dominators.
They won an unlikely win the last time, the Dhaka Dominators, and they overcame Fortune Borshal. That was very unlikely. I'd never expected that kind of a win from a team that was struggling, and you would have expected them coming here full of confidence, playing at home, and to put up a better show, but sadly the batting again has let them down.
Yeah, they're missing Taskeen. His pace would have been handy here. Shout, asking. But the umpire is unmoved. He's conferring with his wicketkeeper. He's gone for it.
Copy that. TV umpire to director. Clear review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Front foot please. Spare delivery. Move on to front on vision please. Can you zoom it when ball past the bat? Split skill please. Slowly. One from back, yeah, slowly. I'm satisfied, no banking ball. I'm going on field umpires. Rajibai, you stay your original decision.
Yeah, on a pitch like this, which is offering a lot of bounce to the fast bowlers, you need to pitch the ball up to the batsman to be able to get a decision in your favour. It wasn't the case. Yeah, I think the TV umpire did the right thing. It was a clear case of ball sailing over the bails, and that's why it didn't ask for the mat review. Yeah, it would have been waste of time. To the naked eye, it was easy. That's in the air and picks up a boundary. Lucky 4 runs. Now the scale has tilted towards Rangpur Riders.
Yeah, that was lucky, but it's a welcome boundary. They were struggling. He was totally unintentional in that shot. Don't think he was attempting to play any shot. I thought he was trying to pull out as the ball was bouncing. Took the top edge, ran away to the boundary.
Well, that's one way of finding a boundary in pressured situation. Backs away, hits the ball, but will find a fielder. 6 of the over, 124 for 6.
Right, that's a look at the two worms. The red worm was peaking and then dipped a little bit, courtesy of those 4 dots. But there's still a considerable gap between those two worms, which is an indication that the Rangpur Riders are reasonably placed.
Yeah, Captain Nasir Hussain tossing the ball up, was looking to buy a wicket, tempt the batsman into playing an expansive stroke. Yeah! Oh, ball left. Look at those reactions. He's suggesting he knew he's going to pick up a wicket with this delivery. Pace was different.
I just don't believe this. This is such poor batting. Such a bad shot. What was he trying to do? Look at where that front foot is. Dragging from well outside the off stump. So much of gap. I like that reaction. I certainly like the celebration. But Rangpur are digging their own grave here. Shamim Hussain out for 8, 124 for 7. Rakibul is the new batter. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! 2 in 2. 2 in 2 for Nasir Hussain.
And he is on a hat-trick. What a time to pick up 2 wickets with 2 deliveries. Before this over started, the favourites were Rangpur Riders. But how well he has used that arm delivery twice in this over. Inching close, inching close. Scales have tipped once again. A short stay. Rakib had. It's 124 for 8.
Harish Rauf is the new batter and beyond a hat-trick here. Nasir Hussain, the captain.
Just look at the reaction. He was nonchalant about it. Those reactions. Telling his teammates, did not tell you we can win this one.
Certainly seemed to know. 124 for 8. He's very confident about himself. The hat-trick ball, slip in. Oh, he slices off an outside edge. Hands go up.
Almost. Almost. Outside edge of the bat. Saved Harish Rauf. 6 to win. From 8 deliveries. Have a look. Nicely bowled.
Squared him up. Harish Rauf is looking to play slightly away on the onside. The ball went off an outside edge. Well, he's been brilliant. He's at 4 for 19. He's got 2 deliveries left. Omazai is a batter on strike.
1 strike from a batter and 2 strikes needed for Dhaka Dominators to win this one. 5 of 7.
Taking no chances with Nasir Hussain. Look at that, look at that, look at that dressing room. And it is absolutely, it's tensed out here. It's very, very tensed.
Is he gonna go for it? Haris Rauf, is he gonna go for it?
That's a big call. This is a big call here. He's quite willing to play a dot ball. We are into the last over. 126 for 8. They still need 5.
After the 3rd wicket was picked up by Dhaka Dominators, it has been a procession as far as the wickets are concerned. They have lost wickets in bundled.
I would love to be a fly in the wall of that Rangpur team meeting. If by some chance Rangpur loses here, I would love to be that fly on a wall listening to what they're discussing, because as you said, after that 3rd and 4th wickets lost close to each other, wickets have fallen in clusters and some shots just unnecessary.
Eavesdropping, not a good thing, Roshan.
It's worth listening just to understand what the excuse would be, because they had the game under control. I don't think 130 was frightening at all on the surface, and I still think there was nothing really extraordinary about the surface. Batting was not difficult, but I just wonder about the decision making of the batters. Right, Mukhtar Ali coming on for the last over. He needs to defend 5 runs.
Yeah, the captain had 3 options in Mukhtar and Shomo Sharkar, and he has preferred Mukhtar in this pressured situation. Either he has to pick up 2 wickets or restrict the batsman under 5 runs to be able to pick up 2 points, which are going to be of mighty importance for Dhaka Dominators.
Omasai on strike. Here is the first ball. Starts off with the ball that's full length. They run the first run hard. 1 is all they get. This is the huge opportunity for Mukhtar Ali to try and redeem himself. Went for 16 runs in the first over, Amir.
Yeah, the captain has to be proactive. He has to realize these batsmen are looking for singles. He has to get few fielders in the circle to be able to restrict those singles. Any dot delivery is going to ramp up the pressure on these batters. They are not renowned for their skills with the bat. Yes, he has brought few fielders in to stop single.
Right, ball number 2. Oh, that's hit in the air. It may fall safe. I think it's falling safe. They'll come back for 2. They got 3 of the first 2, which means they're down to 2 of 4.
This game is hanging in the balance. Tantalizing. What happened there? Has he got a cramp, Haris Rauf? Yeah, the ball went way up in the air. Haris Rauf was very lucky to be there. It fell in no man's land, and in the process he was able to pick up 2 runs. Only 3 needed.
Just wondering what's gone wrong with Haris Rauf. He seemed to be attending to his wrist.
No pain, no gain. He has to fight hard for those 2 runs and 4 deliveries.
Yeah, the field still remains almost the same. Just the 2 fielders on the leg side. In fact, now make it 3 on the leg side boundary. 1 man saving. 1 needs to come in closer. Haris Rauf, don't think he's going to drop and run. He might aim a big hit here. Let's see. Short delivery. Swings it away on the onside, and those are the winning runs. That was coming. Haris Rauf was not going to drop and run. He was going to swing and take his chances.
Yeah, it was too much to ask from Mukhtar. Even the tail-enders were out there in the middle. But he doesn't have that pace to pressurize even the tail-ender. First one pitched up, went high in the air. He changed the length, and Haris Rauf was looking for that, pounced on it, and got his team over the line. And they have qualified for the playoffs.
Well, a huge sigh of relief in the Rangpur camp. They now know that they're through, but what about Dhaka Dominators? They fought to the end, led by this man, Nasir Hussain, the captain. I think he did a sterling job with the ball. Introduced himself rather late in the innings, but ended up claiming a very good return. Nasir Hussain, 4 for 20 in 4 overs. Tried hard, but just not enough runs on the board for the Dhaka Dominators.
Yeah, he was the lone ranger in Dhaka Dominators. Scored runs, picked up crucial wickets, fielded well, but never got any help consistently from his team members. Oh, didn't he? Enjoyed that length. Must have been delighted to see that delivery.
Yes, he dragged it. It was short. He dragged it from outside the off stump. There was huge relief in the Rangpur Riders camp. Yeah, they were not looking good, and he's not happy either. But he'll go away with the thought that he tried hard. He virtually almost won a game from a near impossibility. That's as far as the Dhaka Dominators are concerned, and their run in this tournament is virtually over. In this Pahani BPL T20 2023, they'll just be playing the next 2 games with no real consequences in the final outcome. But just 61 to Nurul Hassan Sohan, the captain. Ronnie Talukdar made 34, but everyone else in single-digit scores in that struggle of the Rangpur Riders trying to overhaul that Dhaka score of 130.
Yeah, one notable partnership of 93. And after that, it was a struggle for the batters. Kept getting out, but it was Haris Rauf and Umar Zaid who helped their side to get over the line. And in the last over,
well, the bowling, they tried hard. Soriful at the top was very good. 17 dots, a wicket to Hamza, and 4 for 20 for the captain Nasir Hussain. But nobody else really being able to contain or also be wicket taking. Struggling in the end. It was so close for the Dhaka Dominators, but yet so far. Right, it's time now to join Shamim Chowdhury. I think he's talking to the losing captain.
I have Nasir Hussain alongside me. আবারও একই কথা বলতে কষ্ট লাগে, but you put up a fight. একেবারে শেষ পর্যন্ত একটা চেষ্টা ছিল, শেষ পর্যন্ত হয়ে উঠলো না।
না, অবশ্যই আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে আমরা যেরকম উইকেট ছিল সেই অনুযায়ী আমরা 25 থেকে 30 রান শট করেছি, বাট তারপরও আমরা ওই রানে ডিফেন্ড করার চেষ্টা করতেছিলাম, কারণ আমার মনে হয় যে আমরা খুব ভালো ফিল্ডিং এবং বোলিং করেছি। বাট 130 রানে এটা আসলে 130-এর উইকেট না, এটা মোর দেন 160-এর উইকেট। সো একটু আমাদের জন্য কষ্ট হয়ে গেছিল আর কি ডিফেন্ড করার জন্য।
অবশ্যই, just said they were about 25 to 30 runs short, but the bowling department did very well. One question, you promoted yourself in the batting order, but that didn't work. Why did you come in to bowl so late? Because you bowled so wonderfully, leading the pack.
না আসলে আমাদের টিমে আমি যখন বোলিং করি তখন হচ্ছে একটু ব্রেক থ্রু দরকার হয় আর কি, সেই সময় আমি চেষ্টা করি যে একটা ব্রেক থ্রু আনার জন্য, বাট আমি রেগুলার বোলিং করতেছি, বাট আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছিল যে আরেকটু আগে আসলে বেটার হতো, বাট আমার কাছে সেই সময় মনে হয়েছে যে দুইটা ডানহাতি ব্যাটসম্যান ছিল আর আমাদের দুইটা লেফট আর্ম ছিল, তাদেরকে বোলিং করানো দরকার ছিল, সো তাদেরকে করাইছি, বাট আমি লেটে আসছি.
Well, just wrap up what I asked him. He elevated himself in the batting order, but then he said that there were two left-handed batters, but it didn't work out. It was a little too late, but bad luck today. Thank you for talking to us. Best of luck for the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, that's all for
Right, Rangpur Riders winning by 2 wickets. Such a close game going into the last over, and this is how it ended. Dhaka Dominators 130 for 8, and Rangpur Riders just getting over the line in the 20th over, 133 for 8, winning by 2 wickets.
Yeah, Rangpur Riders on number 4 position now. And they have shut the doors for the other sides. Chattograms, Kulla Tigers and Dhaka Dominators. They have to try their luck in 2024.
Right, it's time for a break, and when you come back, it will be the post-match presentation.
Your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
It's with an absolute beauty. And that's curled home beautifully.
Catch the EFL Sky Bet Championship all season